Hey viewers and viewers, my name's John Red Strategist and welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair. This is episode 10, my goodness. So, basically, it's been a while actually since I posted an episode in this series, but I'm back with it now, because of course, you know, obviously I'm on my new PC now recording this, and unlike most of my games, there was an issue with Danganronpa 2 where the save files from my old PC on Steam hadn't transferred across. So basically I've replayed and I've got myself back to here. Luckily it didn't take too long. I was able to speed through most of the dialogue. I've also basically replaced my hope fragments that I got with Sonia and with Ibuki. Luckily I managed to get some presents for the free time events which they liked. So basically I'm back to pretty much where I was. Level 18 as you can see even. Not sure if that's the same as it was last time I played, but yeah, whatever, it'll be right. So yeah, we're back here. So we've obviously, you know, continuing on from where we left off in episode 9, we've had the investigation for the first murder case. Now we're about to head for the trial. So we're here at Monokuma Rock. Oh man, now I've had a quick review of the truth bullets before I got in here, but assuming that this game is similar in many respects to the first one, Trigger Happy Havoc, then I'm guessing it'll probably give us a chance to review the truth bullets before actually going into the trial. So if it lets us do that, then we'll do that, but otherwise I have reviewed them already, so hopefully I should be okay if it doesn't let me do it, but it should let me do that. I don't see why it wouldn't. Okay, but we've got some dialogue now from the characters. Kazuichi here, our Australian boy with the slightly pink hair. He's an odd-looking fella. Says, huh?
Are you kidding me?
G'day, mate. Say, what the heck is that mountain? When did I get there? It's always been there, hasn't it? Oh, never mind that. How did they even make a mountain shaped like Monokuma? Arr.
No way.
That story might be true after all. There might be an enormous organisation involved in all this. Arr, you mean what Byakuya said before, right?
You are right.
You were Shakespearean voice, weren't you? It's been so long since I recorded episode 9 that I've got to remember the voices that I'd given them. Byakuya, dear fellow, we still needed his knowledge. I still can't believe he's dead. Scouse girl. Byakuya. You were sleepy, weren't you? What happened to Gundam and Fuyuhiko? Blimey, now you mention it, it appears they aren't here yet.
I got it!
Oh yeah, you were idiot voice, weren't you, village idiot? I know, he proudly ran away.
No way!
Oh hell no, there's no way I'd let them escape, you know. Look, I dragged this one back over here.
Don't fuck with me!
Is you, okay. What were you? You were the sort of 1920s, 30s Italian-American gangster? Hey Louie, I'm telling you, let me go.
Hey! Come on now!
If you keep acting violent, I might just eat you up.
Hey!
Pedantic, that's what you were. Actually, hey, Fuyuhiko, what were you even doing all this time?
Huh?
Hey Louie, I wasn't really doing anything. I was just chilling in my room when I suddenly heard that fat bastard got killed. Hey Louie, who the fuck cares about that anyway?
You.
Actually, how can you say something so irresponsible?
Do you understand?
We've been doing our best to investigate this murder, even though we don't want to, just to survive.
Wait!
Myru, that's enough. You too, Fuyuhiko. Dumbass. Oh god, you were... what was your voice again? You were the sort of very, very deep South American, slightly redneck. Yeah, the voice that I seem to recall I couldn't really do very well, but okay. Right, I guess we'll wait for Gundam!
What happened?
Okay, that voice does. Oh, and here you are, Scottish boy. Okay, I'm right here.
Now then, let us begin.
Remember this well. Our main character arrives when he intends to. Is that Scottish?
Hey.
It seems you noticed it too. Oh, yes. Okay, I was wondering for a second what they were talking about there, then I remembered. He's got an earring. Because that's the thing, during the investigation, he was all about his earring that he dropped through the floor, the gaps in the floorboards. Ah, okay. So he got it back. How? That's the question. Because that's the thing, right, that was coming out of the investigation. people were all like, oh, is there a way under the floorboards? But nobody ever found a way. So he might have found a way under, I'm guessing. That's interesting. We'll talk a bit more about this in due course, of course, during the trial. About what my theories are about this. But it's an interesting case, this one. Not very clear-cut, I have to say. Which is interesting for a first trial, but... if I did, then I'm right.
Well now.
Alright, now that everyone's all together, let's take the secret entrance to the trial field.
Wait!
But please wait a second.
What's this?
My, mon ami, just what are you doing here? Nobody asked for you.
What?
Do you actually want to join in?
You masochistic mascot!
Do you actually want to taste how powerless you are at the class trial? You're an even bigger masochist than I thought.
Special bleeding service!
Say again? I didn't quite catch that. Did you say special breeding service? What? Oh well, I'm a big brother who dotes on his little sister. I shall allow your special participation. ...
See ya later!
I'll go on ahead and wait for you guys, so hurry over.
Huh?
It told us to come, but after we get there, I don't see any doors or vehicles.
What's going on?
Actually, you mentioned something about a secret entrance, was it? A secret entrance? Like a treasure cave. Now, this is one thing I've been forgetting to do. Because apparently, during the free time events, you can talk to Monami, and you can trade your hope fragments for skills, which I'm guessing you can use in the trial, but I've not been doing that. I completely forgot about it. Can I do it here, if I talk to you, now? Okay, no. Right. So for this first trial, it looks like we're going to go in with no skills, basically. Well, I guess we could talk to everyone, but... Does anybody have anything to say? Ibuki? No, you just say the same thing as before, okay. I imagine they'll probably just say little things that aren't really that great.
Well?
In RPG video games, it's common for secret areas to be underground. Comparing our situation to a video game. This is a bit meta, this is. Did you hear that? Someone's pushing the fourth wall again. Oh jeez, how boring! That was a voice and a half I just produced. Wow. Tell you what, that's going to be your voice from now on. Whatever, let's go inside already! Oh god, is Akane the new Toko? I'm finding out things about my voice. Fihiko. Hey Louie, I don't even give a flying fuck if that fat pig is dead. Who fucking cares, seriously? Aren't you a nice guy?
Be happy!
I wonder if there's any Monokumas hidden around here. You know, the ones that give you the Monocoins. Okay, be happy. You humans have been spared. You're a strange lad, you are. There's a security camera behind you as well, by the way. Wherever I go, there's surveillance cameras all over the place. Whoever's controlling Monokuma must be monitoring us with these cameras too. It pisses me off to think I'm being watched by a lunatic. But there's nothing I can do about it. Okay. Mahiru?
This is the worst.
Actually, we're going to find the killer. If we don't, we're the ones who are going to get killed. Very observant of you. Nagito? Now, you are a suspicious character here. I'll probably talk a bit more in due course about what's going on, you know, with this case. But let me just say right now, I don't know if you are guilty of this murder, but you are suspicious. Because there is evidence that potentially brings you into the equation here. You were wondering about Gundam 2, right? You too, huh? Yes, the earring. We can't...
Why?
Oh, blimey, it's definitely strange. Why is this happening? Why do we have to find a killer? Okay, I think probably they're all just going to say little things. There's not going to be any great information forthcoming here. Peko, are you doing okay? You look like you weren't feeling too well earlier.
No.
Don't worry about it. I appreciate your concern, however, there are other things we should be focusing on. Okay, whatever you say.
Damn it!
G'day mates, I don't want to go. Is there any way I can run away from this? Nope, it's not going to happen. Monitor? Alright, Monokuma contacted us through these monitors. I really want to break it, but who knows what would happen if I did that. I guess I got to leave it alone. Yeah, same old.
That is...
A huge organisation, so my kingdom has been cast in doubt. However, I do not think my government would participate in something as dastardly as this. Maybe paraphrasing a bit.
That's weird.
What happened, Hajime? Are you scared? Seriously, you're such a wuss. I was turning into a little bit Hifumi, that was then. Teru. Let's stop this bad joke. Let me have dinner instead. Okay. This is our battle to avenge Byakuya, but I feel quite disheartened. Okay, right, yeah. There's a thought. Nobody's really got anything to say. Okay, let's stop beating around the bush. Let's head in. What's Oh. Yeah, what's the deal here? How do we actually get to the trial room? It says roar. Okay. What the? Something's shaking. This is dangerous. Everyone, please get down. Oh. What? What? Okay. Well, I can't say I was expecting that to happen. Just an escalator comes flying out of his mouth, but... Blimey, just something came out.
No way.
Could it be? Is he telling us to enter it?
What?
Oh, guys, such a suspicious order. Even Crimson Steel Elephant Magazine is trembling with fear.
Oh!
It's totally suspicious.
Hey!
Good night, mates. Forgive me. Seriously, just forgive me already. Why don't we just stop here? I mean, none of this is real anyway. Like, not even remotely.
Wait, no way!
There's nowhere. There's just nowhere we'll find the killer.
Stupid!
Actually, I think you find complaining won't get us anywhere. If you're really a man, then man up, for God's sake. We've come this far. We have no choice but to keep moving forward, you know. You're right. There's nowhere for us to run. We need to do it. If that's everyone's decision, I'll just follow you guys.
Yep.
If this were a video game, it'd have a very high difficulty level. Let's do our best to clear the game. Chiaki, please stop pushing the fourth wall like that. ... she says. Shaking with fear and nervousness, I hesitantly lifted my feet and stepped onto the escalator. It was like walking on the gangplank. I won't think anymore. If I think, I'll run away. All I could do was stare upward intensely as the escalator carried me. Oh, okay. And we're back in. And when each of us entered Monokuma Rock... Down it goes, okay. Weird. Oh, the escalator. Not the escalator, the elevator, sorry. This is an elevator. I see this entire rock is an elevator. Oh god, I'm having flashbacks to Trigger Happy Havoc. Once again, Monokuma is doing what he pleases.
However...
If he's gone this far and made it something like this, I don't think he's playing around. I mean, even so, we're going pretty deep. You're right. I heard an unnerving chattering sound inside my head. I soon realised it was the sound of my own teeth. All I could do was purse my lips tightly so everyone else couldn't hear it. ... Oh boy. Down we go, into the depths. There we were, listening to unpleasant roars as the elevator plunged deeper and deeper into the heart of the earth. Some time passed before the elevator finally finished descending. And then the elevator door slowly opened. Oh boy, here we are.
Welcome!
This is the class trial field. How do you like it? Oh god, my voice broke a bit. It's a special place that will decide your fates.
Why, you...
Hey Louis, what the hell's he thinking? Locking us in a shitty looking place like this?
Don't fuck with me!
Are you fucking crazy? Don't mess with me, asshole. Complain all you like. I'm used to it by now. Come on, you're wasting your time and energy. Hurry up and take your seats where your names are written. It looks like everyone knows. Even if we try to resist, it won't change a thing. Just as Monokuma ordered, we walked towards the seats we had been assigned. From this point on, we need to find out who killed Byakuya. Is this where you're going to have a monologue? Because that's what Makoto used to do in the first one, at the start of every trial. Deadly deception and all that. The ultimate affluent progeny, Byakuya Togami. He was overly critical, arrogant and condescending. But he also had a strong sense of responsibility. As we were panicking, he accepted his role as leader and tried his very best to keep us together. A guy like him, oh boy, got murdered. Ooh. I say, the person who did it is one of us. I can't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. But if it's really true, we need to find out by any means possible, because that's our only option. There is no way for us to survive unless we sacrifice the killer. Okay, and so this life-threatening trial, billowing with open despair, has begun. Yeah, he has his own little monologue. Save progress, definitely. Yeah, let's put in slot 3. Aha, so yes, we do get to review our notes and things. I would say set skills, but of course, as I said earlier, I don't have any, because I completely forgot I'm supposed to talk to Monami this time. Because that's the thing, in Trigger Happy Havoc, the skills just unlocked as you did free time events, but apparently not. Okay, right, let us look at our truth bullets. Okay, so Monokuma File 1, you know, just for anyone who, because it's been, you know, since, a couple of weeks at least since my last episode, just in case anyone's minds are a bit frosty, anyone's a bit rusty on the old memory game, let's review the case. So, of course, victim was Byakuya Togami. He survived the last game, and now he's the first victim in this one. So, he was found, of course, in the dining hall of the old building near the Hotel Mirai, where we were all having our party. Estimated time of death is 11:30 PM, which is around about the same time, basically, that you all remember there was the blackout. Because that's the thing, that's what happened. The lights went out, and when they came back up, Byakuya was missing, and eventually we found his body underneath the table. So, victim repeatedly stabbed over 10 times between the throat and abdominal region, resulting in death. Aside from that, body has no other external injuries, no chemicals such as poison were detected. Body under the table is face down, as if Byakuya were reaching for something. Now this is where it gets interesting, okay? So, like I say, multiple stab wounds, 10 times. Now this is where Mikan's autopsy results come in sort of interesting here, because that's the thing, as you can see from the picture, there was a knife found under the table there, but that, I don't think, was the murder weapon. I have a suspicion that the murder weapon was something else, because Mikan's autopsy report says that the wounds were inflicted by a thin, sharp weapon roughly 5mm in diameter, which makes me suspect this may have something to do with the kitchen equipment list. I don't know if, yeah, it's on here. Knife found at the crime scene was not included on the kitchen's equipment list. All dangerous equipment that would be potential weapons confiscated by Byakuya. Apparently there's an iron plate for barbecue and a portable stove for cooking hot pots. Now it doesn't say it on here, but you can see on the picture there, it says iron skewers 5. Now you remember, an episode or 2 ago, Hajime and Byakuya went to the kitchen to look for dangerous objects, and they noted that there was a skewer missing. Now I'm telling you now, principle of Chekhov's gun and all, the game would not flag that up if it wasn't significant. So I think the murder weapon is a skewer, or at least I suspect it could be. Because, I don't know, you know, Chekhov's gun and all that. The game would not draw attention to that detail if it turned out not to be significant. So I think the iron skewer is hiding somewhere, and that could be the murder weapon we're looking for. Okay, so yeah. Also, like I said, Byakuya's body was found under the table. And the blood, I wonder if there's anything else around here. Bloodstain under the table. A pool of blood formed around the body underneath the table. A lot of blood was splattered against the inside of the tablecloth. And it says here, no sign that the body was dragged. So, no sign the body was dragged through the bloodstain. Meaning, in other words, that where Byakuya died was under the table. So he wasn't killed elsewhere and then his body dragged on the table, otherwise there'd be blood along the floor to prove that. That wasn't the case. So, where his body was found was where he died. So, this is where it gets kind of interesting, because you can see from that picture, there's a set of night vision goggles, there's the knife, and then there's that piece of tape hanging from the underside of the table. Now, the night vision goggles are interesting, because, I'm just wondering, is there, yeah, they're here. Found on the table, apparently came from the supermarket. Now, Byakuya had these Duralumine cases with him. This one had a lot of security equipment inside, and I'm guessing this is where the night vision goggles came from. Now, only Byakuya, I think, could have opened these, meaning that Byakuya, I'm guessing, when the blackout occurred, Byakuya got the night vision goggles out and put them on so that he could see, and my guess is, judging from where's Ibuki's account here. Now Ibuki remembers that she was able to discern all and remember all of the things that people said whilst the blackout was in progress, and Byakuya Byakuya, I think, judging by what he says there, you see, what the hell, what's going on here? This is... I think Byakuya may have seen something using his night vision goggles, which is interesting. He saw foul play afoot. Yeah. So, presumably, he moved towards the table. Now, this is where, I think... Where is it? The knife comes in. So, bloodstained knife found under the table where the body was discovered. A glowing paint-like substance coats it. This is interesting because, of course, there was, you know, we've seen on those pictures, there was also that piece of tape on the underside of the table, which also had the glowing paint on it. So, the suggestion I'm taking is that the knife was taped to the underside of the table. Someone put it there. Now, this is where Nagito comes into the picture for me, because he's the one who's been in the building during all this time, cleaning the place up, because of course he drew the short straw, you remember that, during the lottery. So he would have had the ability to put that there, which makes me think Nagito was possibly planning to kill someone. Now, again, like I said, I don't think this is the murder weapon. I still think it could be a skewer, because of the whole Mikan's autopsy report and all that. Well, that's interesting, because it suggests that, you know, Nagito is definitely suspicious here. But I don't know if he is the killer, though, because that's the thing. And you remember, of course, from Ibuki's account, Nagito made it sound as though he'd been hurt during the blackout. Something happened to him, I'm not sure, like maybe he'd fallen over or something, which is odd. I'm not sure. Now, there are obviously elements of this that, for me, don't quite fit the picture. Like the gaps in the floorboard, for example. This has been added to the truth bullets, but I'm not sure how it fits in to the case. I don't know. Because, of course, you know, this has got to have something to do with it. Because, you know, Gundam's been making a song and dance about his earring frigging falling through the floor. And clearly he's now been able to find a way under. But this is where it gets weird, because, of course, we don't know where the access to underneath the floor is. I mean, I'm assuming one must exist, given that Gundam has got his earring back. But if Nagito was in the hall, in the dining hall with us, when the blackout occurred, because the blackout it wasn't, you know, in progress for that long. So, are we suggesting here that Byakuya may have been stabbed from under the floorboards? But if that's the case, then Nagito was in the room, so maybe it's not him, I don't know. This is where it gets very complicated, everyone, not sure. Okay, the AC. So the AC timer in the dining hall was set to 11:30 PM, the same time that the blackout occurred. Now, this is important because, whereabouts is it? The irons in the storage room. You remember we found these. These were all plugged in and they were all turned on. So what I think has happened here, someone has put these on, turned them on to try and max out the building's power usage. And all it then takes is the AC triggering at 11:30 PM to overload the breaker in the office, which triggers the blackout, shuts down the power and all that, which is interesting. Now, of course, the breaker, if I remember correctly, was located in the office. Now, that was where Peko was located. She was guarding Byakuya's second Duralumin case, where he had all the dangerous items. Now, she couldn't have opened that because I think Byakuya had the key on him. So, that's the thing. But one thing it was clear about during the investigation was that the breaker was quite high up on the wall. So, it would have been hard for people to reach it. Now, Kazuichi says he headed straight for the office after the blackout, during the search for Byakuya. And Peko wasn't there, interestingly. But I'm not sure. I don't think there's enough real evidence at present to convict her. However, there is this from Nekomaru. He kept trying to use the bathroom since before the party started, but someone was using it the whole time. He was able to enter the bathroom after Byakuya's body was discovered, though. I'm wondering if perhaps Peko was in here, maybe? I'm not sure. Yeah, it's possible. There's also this about the fire doors. I'm not sure how this fits into it either. Party dishes. Teru poured his heart and soul into cooking various party dishes. However, Akane and Peko were the only ones who ate them. I mean, that's the thing. Teru's been in the building throughout the day as well. So apart from Nagito, he maybe could be suspicious, I don't know. I haven't seen much evidence linking him to the crime, that's the thing. Oh yeah, and there's also this. During the blackout, Mikan tripped and fell in the dining hall, and she ended up in a compromising position. This has been added to my truth bullets. I'm not sure why. I'm guessing this... I'm not sure how this is going to fit into the discussion, but we'll see. Interesting. Okay. Right, well, we've got a lot of information there. I think all we can do now is finish preparations. Let's stop beating around the bush, because I think I've been recording for about nearly 30 minutes, and this is just the preamble. So let's get going. Proceed to class trial. Let's do it. Let's see if we can work this out.
Now then, let's begin with a simple explanation of the class trial.
This is good, because of course the characters are going to be doing a lot more talking. What the hell? See Monami up there in the top left. Wow, she's just tied up and hanging from the ceiling. Oh dear. Yeah, so, yeah, this is where the characters are hopefully going to do a lot of talking, which saves my voice a little bit. And I'm judging by this that he's just going to give a pretty much rundown of the way the trial works, which, to be honest, we probably all know, because assuming it's not too dissimilar to Trigger Happy Havoc, it'd probably be fairly similar.
During the class trial, you will present your arguments for who the killer is and vote for who done it. If you vote correctly, then only the blackened will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong person, I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and that person will earn the right to leave this island.
Such a cruel
You
rule.
can probably hear me just gulping my tea down in the background because it's getting a bit lukewarm.
Before we begin, I'd like to confirm one thing. Is there really a killer among us?
Yes.
Most definitely. There's no doubt that the blackened is lurking among you. Such a sad state of affairs, isn't it?
A close-up of his face.
By the way, this class trial is gonna be 100% fair, so there's no need to worry. I'm the type who hates favoritism and prejudice. Well, not as much as I hate Monami, of course.
You hate me that much?
Yep.
Now, let's begin.
Of course he does.
You're telling us to begin, but what are we supposed to do?
Well, let's pick a topic and talk about it.
No complaining, let's just settle this with our fists.
That's not going to work.
Were you even listening to the rules? Didn't that Byakuya bastard get killed in the dining hall, huh? Then everyone there is a fucking suspect.
Yeah, what you're really trying to say is that you're not the killer, right?
Yes.
No shit. You guys went off on your own and started killing each other. This has nothing to do with me.
What does that mean?
Anyway, why don't we try talking about the most pressing issue on our minds?
Yes, let's.
The most pressing issue on our minds? Where we found the body. It's very strange to find a body underneath a table.
Exactly. Let's start with what we first encountered.
Then, let's start with that mystery.
The reason why Byakuya's body was discovered under the dining hall table. We can start with that, but ultimately we need to find out who murdered him. If we can't do that... ... No, thinking about if is a waste of time. We have to do this no matter what. Okay, so the class trial has finally started. From this point on, I'll provide simple tutorials at every important moment. I'm sorry, but please excuse my ear-tainting rudeness. As things progress during each class trial, you engage in non-stop debates, okay. So, during these discussions, all your classmates will speak one after the other without any breaks. It's up to you to reveal any lies or mistakes contained within their statements. This means you have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Okay, so this is all very familiar. Out of all the truth bullets you find during investigation, only the relevant ones will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the mouse to move the reticle, fire with the left mouse, ... Pay close attention to each character's statements and choose your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Know that if you run out of time, you'll automatically fail, so please be careful. Press the escape key. During these arguments, you can review the controls. Good luck and have fun. Here we go, everyone. Familiar territory. We know what we're doing. Make your argument. Okay, knife bloodstain under the table, gaps in the floorboard. If we're talking about under the table, I'm guessing it might be this one, bloodstain under the table.
Why was Byakuya's body in a place like that?
His body was underneath the table at the very back of the dining hall.
Yeah. All true so far?
After the killer murdered Byakuya, they probably moved the body there.
No. Wrong.
No, that's wrong.
Okay, I didn't even need to listen to everyone's statements to get that one. That was easy. Easing me in.
No, I don't think the killer moved the body.
Okay, it's a good place to start as any. Ascertain what happened.
Huh? Why?
Try to remember what the body looked like when we found it under the table.
Indeed.
Though there was a lot of blood everywhere, there was no sign the killer actually dragged the body through it.
So that's why you think it's impossible that the killer moved the body. I see. I get your point.
And here I thought I had a genius idea.
Too
Jeez.
bad you're so stupid and boring and unpopular. Your life is meaningless.
Oh god, shut up.
I respond better to praise, you know.
But if the killer didn't move the body, why was it under the table?
Because that's where he was killed.
Byakuya was probably killed under the table.
What? You think he was killed under the table?
Yep, that's
So
exactly what I just
Byakuya
said.
snuck under the table for reasons unknown, and that's when he was killed.
If I had a pound coin for every time they said table in the last couple of minutes.
Then, shortly thereafter, we found his
another one.
body under the table.
Cha-ching!
That does make sense, but why did he go under the table?
Cha-ching!
Obviously, he was hiding so he could surprise us. That dude was always a big jokester.
Do you even know the guy?
The hell he was? You seriously couldn't tell what kind of person he was?
Maybe he panicked during the blackout and dove under the table.
Cha-ching!
It's a blackout, not an earthquake. Just because the power went out doesn't mean he'd dive under the table.
Cha-ching! It's £4 at least. More than that, no doubt.
The reason why is probably connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, don't you think?
Keeping an eye on everybody. Because that's, I think, pretty much why he threw that party to begin with. Because he'd received the menacing note. We saw that actually on the Truth Boys. I didn't really bring any attention to it, but he'd received that note, and so he tried to gather everyone in one place so he could keep an eye on them. The reason Byakuya dove under the table, if it's connected to what Byakuya was doing during the party, then it's probably, well, to do with this.
I can prove it with this!
Yep.
It
That's right.
probably has something to do with the knife we found under the table.
Yes, because he saw it with his night vision goggles. In fact, even if he hadn't had them, he'd probably seen the glow, wouldn't he, of the glow-in-the-dark paint.
Knife? Oh, you mean that thing that obviously screams, "I am the murder weapon"?
But was it, though?
Byakuya probably noticed the knife was hidden there, so in order to get it, he moved under the table.
He was particularly sensitive to the presence of dangerous items, so I cannot deny that possibility. But how did he notice that there was a knife under the table?
Glow-in-the-dark paint, or night vision goggles, one or the other.
If he knew beforehand, he probably would have done something about it before the blackout, right?
Yes.
Then, instead of knowing about it beforehand, maybe he saw it right at that moment. Like, for example, he might have seen someone trying to take the knife out from under the table.
That's definitely possible, he had the night vision goggles.
No, that's not possible.
Are you going to say it was dark?
What? You seem rather confident about that.
Of course. I have proof to back me up.
This is almost like a real trial!
During the previous statement, there was only one weak spot, but from this point on, there'll be various weak spots standing in your way. Yep, this is all familiar to us. No matter how many weak spots there are will be only one lie or contradiction in the debate at a time, which means there will be false weak spots. Did I say that right? If you shoot a false weak spot with a truth bullet, not only will you fail to refute what was said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone and your influence gauge will take damage. If your influence gauge reaches 0, you will fail, so please be extra careful. You have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or mistakes. Also, if you concentrate, yeah, we know that already. Please use it whenever you feel like the statements are moving too fast for you to aim. Thing is, you know, we had the concentrate feature in the last game, so I just assumed it would carry across, and yeah, there it is. However, this does consume the focus gauge, so please be careful. If you press the escape key, blah blah blah, review controls, good luck and have fun. Yep, we know this. It's all familiar to us. It's a gore. Knife, bloodstain, gaps in floorboard, AC time, and night vision goggles. I have a feeling it's probably night vision goggles for this one, if we're talking about how Byakuya could have seen the knife.
I'm sure Byakuya ducked under the table.
during the blackout. That sounds correct.
Yep.
If that's the case... During the blackout, Mr. Ham Hands must have seen the killer take the knife.
Yes. I'm pretty sure
But it
of
was
that.
super pitch black!
Indeed it was, but he had a means of...
It was so dark I couldn't see my food!
Of course, you've gone straight on the food.
Byakuya couldn't see in the dark either.
Wrong. He could.
No, that's wrong!
Knew it. Yep. So far, straightforward.
No, Byakuya was probably the only one who was able to see in the dark.
Why do you say that?
He was using those night vision goggles we found under the table. He could have seen what was happening.
So, are you saying Byakuya was the one who used those night vision goggles?
Indeed, yes.
Yeah, that seems to be the case.
Your reasoning is out of focus.
Oh, what the? Hello? What's up?
No, that's obviously wrong. It should be the other way around.
What do you mean?
Other way around?
Seriously? The killer used those night vision goggles, not Byakuya.
How do you know? No, I've got proof of this. Were you surprised by Mahiru's sudden argument? Just between you and me, I was also surprised. Just kidding, I'm sorry. Now then, when this kind of argument surfaces, you will go into a one-on-one debate called Rebuttal Showdown. In this mode, you have to counter the other person's claim, draw out their weak spots, and argue against them. Please counter the other person's remarks with the WASD keys. Based on the shape of their remarks, it's important to know whether to cut vertically, sideways, or diagonally. What? And based on that, you can skew the debate's mood to your advantage. On the other hand, if you ignore the other person's remarks, it will skew toward their advantage. In the bottom right-hand corner of your screen, a number that shows the sharpness of your counter is displayed. This is the number of times you can cut remarks during one round of the debate. You will lose counter sharpness even if you miss, so please be very careful. When the mood skews to your advantage for a certain length of time, the other party's argument changes. This means the conversation will develop. If that happens, they will end up divulging some weak spots. However, you cannot normally cut remarks that contain weak spots. Instead, it will skew the mood toward the other party's advantage. Plus, it's going to be very big. Just like a regular debate, please refute any weak spots with the left mouse button. Okay. Of course, if you don't have the correct truth blade, you will not be able to cut an opponent's remark. Huh? What's a truth blade? I'm terribly sorry, it appears there's been a delay in contacting you. I'll make sure the person in charge of contacting you takes a very long vacation. In this mode, truth bullets will be called truth blades. That's about it. There won't be any other changes to your handbook menu. Only the names change, but don't you think a change in feeling is important? If you press the escape key, you can see the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay. This sounds new. Oh, okay. Rebuttal Showdown, everybody. Knife, duralumin case. Duralumin case, maybe? Is that what we're using here? I think it is, because that's where he would have had the night vision goggles, wouldn't he?
If you just use common sense, the killer obviously used those night vision. That's gotta be it.
Okay. Advance.
Where's your proof that the killer used them?
Because if they used them, they could have killed Byakuya even in reality. So those goggles were planted if the killer brought them to the crime scene.
Oh shit. I think I fucked up. Did I? I found a hole in your argument. Oh god. I'm sure Byakuya brought the night vision goggles. I need to refute Mahiru's claim with evidence. This is new, this mechanic. I don't recall this from the last game.
Because if they used night, then they could have killed Byakuya even in reality. That's so those goggles were planted if the killer brought them to the crime scene.
Oh shit. Oh, right. I think. Hold on a minute. I think I get it. Right. Wait. When it comes up with that final thing, I think I need to press the left mouse.
Because if then they could have killed Byakuya even in reality. So those goggles were planned in advance. The killer brought them to the crime scene.
Did I get it? Ah, yes. Okay. Got it. Right. Okay, I was a bit confused then at first, but...
Byakuya was definitely the one who brought those night vision goggles.
Okay, I got it, yeah. Yeah, I was a bit confused, like I said, I was a bit confused with that at first. I was like, where? But then I realised, no. Green text, weak spot. You need to use the left mouse button instead of just using the WASD keys. Yeah, we know that Byakuya was the one who brought the night vision goggles. Come on, Mahiru, keep up.
Definitely? But why?
Inside the duralumin case Byakuya had with him during the party, we found a smaller case for storing the night vision goggles.
Which means we can assume that the night vision goggles were kept inside that duralumin case as well. Woohoo! I said Assume! Ibuki never uses such clever language!
Did you just self-roast?
Plus, Byakuya was the only one who could have taken the night vision goggles out of the case, since he was carrying it around before the blackout in the first place.
I see. When you put it like that, it makes sense.
Then, was that knife inside the case too?
No, I don't think it was. I think it was planted there beforehand.
If there were night vision goggles inside, it wouldn't be weird for a knife to be in there too.
It would be weird.
Yes.
I am weird, aren't I? At times like this, I'd rather be fantasizing about tonight's main dish.
Where are you going with this, mate?
Ew! You totally mean that in a perverted way!
The knife was brought in the duralumin case along with the night vision goggles too? No, that's not possible. The knife was hidden in the dining hall before the party even started. I should be able to prove it. Duct tape.
I see!
There we are.
There was duct tape left under the table where the body was found. Huh? Duct tape? They probably hid the knife by duct taping it to the underside of the table.
Oh, so that's why we found duct tape there.
Though Byakuya was thorough, even he couldn't have noticed a weapon taped to the underside of the table.
This may be off topic, but why was Byakuya acting so paranoid?
Threatening letter. That's the answer
Not
to
only
that.
did he bring a self-defense kit, but he had night vision goggles inside the case too.
That's true. He went above and beyond being a little cautious.
I was just looking at that picture then of this self-defense kit. There's a freaking stun gun and everything there. It looked like a can of mace or something as well.
Now that you mention it, that applies to the dangerous items he confiscated as well. It's one thing to be a little cautious, but performing a body check is a bit much.
He probably knew. Someone was planning to commit a murder.
Are you saying he predicted the murder? Could it be? Was he also in possession of the all-seeing eye?
No. Shut up.
You think so too, right, Hajime?
That's right. Byakuya probably knew there was a possibility that a murder would occur. Because, where is it? It's a murder threat. Here we are. This one. Yes, indeed.
I can prove it with this! Everyone, can you please take a look at this?
Indeed. Be careful, the first kill will happen tonight. Someone will definitely kill someone.
The hell is this? Hajime and I found this in Byakuya's cottage.
It looks like a threatening letter someone sent to him.
So, who's the someone?
Nobody besides Monokuma would write such a dumb, threatening letter like that.
You got anything to say to that, Monokuma?
Wasn't me!
Are you sure?
The only lies I tell are friendly lies!
Well, that absolves everything, doesn't it?
Those are still lies!
Okay. Okay, those ropes are not holding your arms, clearly.
It doesn't matter who wrote it yet. So, Byakuya became paranoid because of this threatening letter?
He probably decided to throw a party because of the letter.
What do you mean?
Well, getting us all in one place so he could keep an eye on us. That's what he means.
By gathering everyone in one place, he tried to create a situation where everyone could keep tabs on each other. In doing so, he tried to put the writer of the letter in a situation where they couldn't act.
Indeed.
But the letter might have been just a little prank.
No.
As long as he was determined not to let any of us die, he couldn't take that risk.
But evidently, someone was able to act, because they planned a blackout. See, this is something else I didn't mention during the preparatory stage. One of the reasons why I feel Nagito is potentially suspicious in this is because, I mean, you all remember Mahiru took a load of photographs and then planned out a diagram of where everyone was in the room at the moment the blackout occurred. He was very close to that back table, was Nagito. And of course, there was the lamp on it with the cord going across the floor. So even though he didn't have night vision goggles or anything like that, he would have been able to find his way to the table if he just, you know, bent down, found the cord and just followed it. Which is one reason why I suspect he has something to do with all this. But the extent of his guilt I'm not so sure about. I can't say 100% that he's definitely the one who killed Byakuya because there's so many pieces to the puzzle which I haven't really slotted in yet.
His strong sense of responsibility Made him believe the letter was legitimate.
He should have told us he received a threatening letter.
If he had, we would have panicked. Byakuya probably knew that too.
So, he tried to do something about it without telling anyone? I see. A strong sense of responsibility as our leader was his undoing.
Screw that noise! Who the hell wrote that letter?
Well, obviously, the killer.
The killer. Is it really one of us? Who is it? Among us, who's the one who killed Byakuya?
Enough already! Show yourself, you coward!
If they were willing to come forward, they never would have committed a murder in the first place.
But I still can't believe it. Someone in this room killed Byakuya? There's no way I can believe that yet.
Pardon me. Can I say something, please?
Go ahead. There's a lot of stuff we haven't talked about here.
What is it, Miss Sonia?
Oh, Jesus. Of course you immediately schmooze up.
I regret that I must return to this topic, but I just realized something concerning the night vision goggles. If Byakuya was indeed wearing those goggles, how did the killer manage to navigate in the dark?
Okay, I mean, I've literally just mentioned this, but yeah, we can talk about that. It's a good question.
You're right. They wouldn't have been able to see anything without the night vision goggles.
Glow-in-the-dark paint and a certain lamp cord.
But if the murderer had the goggles when they took the knife, then how did Byakuya see them?
Even if the knife bore some sort of mark, it would have been difficult to see it in that darkness.
No, the killer definitely used a mark. And because of this mark, the killer was able to get the knife from under the table into his hands. Glowing paint.
I see! What if the glowing paint was the mark? With that, you'd be able to get the knife even in the dark.
It's funny though, because, you know, in that chaos and confusion, you know, initially you wouldn't have seen the knife anyway, because obviously the tablecloth over the side of the table obscuring it, but Nagito, or whoever, well, assuming Nagito, or whoever went for it, put it there, in order to get to it would have had to lift the tablecloth. So surely in that moment, that glowing paint would have been very visible. Assuming it would be? I don't know. Oh, then again, well, I suppose because it's on the underside of the table, maybe not, but I don't know. I'm not sure.
In actuality, the knife we found under the table and the duct tape stuck to the underside of the table were both marked with glowing paint, right?
Indeed.
Does that mean the killer painted them in advance?
Yes.
But painting them with glowing paint? It's as if they knew the blackout was going to happen.
Ooh, coincidence? I think not.
They had to have already known. That's why they used the glowing paint as a mark.
Indeed. The blackout was not a coincidence.
Which means whoever set up the blackout is the killer.
Possibly. Yeah. We can operate under that assumption for the time being, I guess.
That seals it. The killer is whoever was in the office with the circuit breaker.
No. Ooh, I don't know about that, mate.
Which means it was you, Peko Pekoyama!
Peko killed poor Byakuya? Was this island not big enough for 2 glasses wearers?
What? I'm sorry?
I am not the killer.
Yeah, I don't really think it... I don't really see much evidence pointing in your direction, to be honest.
Oh, I guess she's not.
Wow, you convinced just like that?
How can you believe her so easily?
But with Peko's height, I don't think she'd be able to reach the circuit breaker in the office.
I don't care about a technicality like that. Peko's the one who tripped the breaker and caused the blackout.
By tripping the breaker directly from the office, Peko was the one who caused the blackout? Is that really what happened? No, I don't think so. After this debate, blue-coloured weak spots will start appearing. If we call the weak spots you've seen up until now argue spots, the blue-coloured weak spots will be called agree spots. Oh, this sounds new. When shooting agree spots truth bullets, you need to flip your way of thinking. Instead of arguing that the other person's testimony contains lies or mistakes, please fire the truth bullets that prove the other person's testimony is correct. Okay, right, so it's like the opposite of contradicting someone. It's consenting to someone's idea. Alright, so... Okay, new mechanic. we can actually back up what people are saying now, as well as contradicting them. When you're truthful, it's merged with their weakness. It will become a logically sound agreement. Isn't it a little hot in here? From now on, you must infer whether it's best to argue or agree based on what's being debated, rather. If you press the escape key, blah blah blah, well then good luck and have fun. Let's do it. Old familiar music. That's not a very good impersonation. Okay, what are you going to say, everyone? Let's have a listen.
Since Peko was in the office, she could have caused the blackout at any time!
That's impossible.
Huh? Why is it impossible?
Because I was not in the office. Not even before the blackout.
What happened to your guard duty?
Sorry.
Oh, you weren't in the office? That's clearly a desperate excuse.
Okay, I think I know what one I need to shoot here. Just from listening to Peko's testimony, it's not weird to doubt her. But I feel like I spoke to someone during the investigation, who totally backs my testimony, Nekomaru. It was Nekomaru with the whole thing about the bathroom. Someone was in there all that time. I think I know what to do.
Since Peko was in the office, she could have caused the...
That's impossible. Huh? What? Because I was not even before the blackout.
Got it.
I agree with that.
Yeah, consent. Okay, interesting mechanic.
No, I think Peko is telling the truth.
Don't tell me you're crushing on Peko.
Not the time, buddy.
Hey, it's nothing like that at all. Nekomaru's account is actually Peko's alibi.
I've been trying to use it many times, but the door just won't open at all.
It's true. Someone was occupying the bathroom for a long time shortly after the party started. And it was finally freed up after Byakuya's body was discovered.
Then the person who was in the bathroom that whole time was actually...
Everyone else besides Peko was in the dining hall after the party started, right?
I see. So there's no way anybody else could have locked themselves in the bathroom except Peko.
I guess that would be true.
What do you mean you guess it would be true? It's either true or it's not. Come on.
You locked yourself in the commode? You should have said so earlier!
The commode, I say, Kazuichi. It's a very fancy word right there. It's not a word you hear very often these days.
There's no way she'd actually say that. Gosh, you are so insensitive.
If she locked herself in the bathroom for that long, there's no doubt. It's shit.
God, Nekomaru loves his shit, doesn't he?
Oh, there's no way she'd admit it. There's no way she'd admit she was taking a shit.
Hey, weren't you guys taught any basic manners, or were you raised in a locker room?
I'm sorry.
Oh God.
Fine. How about we stop talking about this and move on to something else?
Don't worry, the smell wasn't that strong. I used the bathroom right after you, so you can trust me.
Yeah, because that's reassuring.
I said it's fine.
But still, you were in the bathroom for a really long time. Did you get food poisoning or something?
As soon as I stepped into the office, I felt this sudden rush of pain in my stomach.
Yeah, people, you know, conversations we've had with you suggested something's wrong with you.
Because of that, I was unable to leave the bathroom, including when the blackout occurred.
Hey, how did it feel to do your business in the dark?
Oh God,
Did you
jeez.
get excited?
Dude, what the hell? You're a freaking coprophile as well now, Jesus.
Seriously, stop it.
Thank you, Hajime. I think Hajime is a bit more ballsy sometimes than Makoto was. He's a bit more prepared to stand up and say what's on his mind.
But still, your stomach pain. Was that really just a coincidence?
I mean, good question, but I don't know. I don't see any evidence that's connected to the case.
Hey, what's the deal? Don't butt into other people's business, especially if you didn't do any investigating.
No, Mahiru, just let him speak.
I'm only butting in because you fucking idiots are out of your element.
Stop this childish nonsense. Just what do you mean by coincidence?
What I mean is it possible someone slipped her some laxatives?
Again, yeah, good question, but I haven't seen any evidence of it.
Laxatives?
If so, the killer could have tripped the breaker as soon as that girl left the office, don't you think?
Again, it's a reasonable, you know, it's a reasonable hypothesis, but, you know, especially considering that you weren't there, so you don't know exactly who was in that building and doing what at what time, but we know otherwise, I think. At least I haven't seen any evidence.
I see. That might have happened.
I don't know. The question is whether Pecco's stomachache was a coincidence or if someone intentionally caused it. Depending on the answer, the outcome of this trial could change drastically. Okay. So are we, trying to assess whether Pecco was slipped a laxative? Or not? Okay.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird. Now that you mention it... You brought food to the office, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
Taro cooked the food. How suspicious!
I wouldn't do anything like that! Laxatives would ruin the taste!
Let me just look at my truth bullets again. Whether Pecco's stomachache was coincidence or if someone intentionally caused it. We need to clarify that first.
Did you eat anything weird?
I don't remember eating anything weird. Now that you brought food to the office, right?
Just a little bit from the dining hall.
There might have been some laxatives in it, don't you think?
I don't think so.
No, that's wrong!
Yeah, because there were only two people who ate anything, weren't there? Akane was the other one.
It's impossible that laxatives were slipped into the food in the dining hall.
Yeah, because we're all in dining hall, so if someone wanted to slip them in, they'd have to risk being seen. And even if they slipped them in beforehand, again, there are only two people who actually ate anything. Pecco, judging by the fact she took food with her, and Akane. And Akane seems okay.
Because Pecco wasn't the only one who ate that food.
Yeah.
Akane ate some of it too.
If the food had laxatives in it, I'm pretty sure Akane would have had stomach issues as well.
I feel totally fine.
Like I said, the dishes are innocent. Don't go making weird accusations.
Your honour as a chef is on the line, dear fellow.
I apologize for causing a scene. Fuyuhiko should apologize, not you. He's the one who made the laxative accusation.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah. You and him don't really get on very well. Constantly, it feels like you're at each other's throats a lot of the time.
What the fuck did you say, bitch?
Oh, Jesus. Whoa, he's pissed.
Cease this bickering!
Yes, Sonia. Come in and help us now at this point.
Let's just dismiss Pecco's stomachache as a coincidence and go back to discussing the blackout.
I'm just going to pause momentarily. I'll be back in a sec. I just need to go to the toilet myself, actually, everybody. So, 1 second all. Okay, I'm back, right. Just had my lunch as well, actually, because I looked at the clock after I paused a moment ago. I just realised it was lunchtime. Yeah, I think we've been recording for, what, about an hour or so far? I don't actually know how long this trial's going to be, that's the thing. I get the feeling it could be quite big, because there's a lot of stuff we still haven't talked about yet. Okay, yeah, so let's just dismiss Pecco's stomachache as a coincidence. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. We already know that, you trashy skank. You don't have to tell us.
Oh boy, you are such a delightful character, aren't you?
Trashy skank?
As long as the murder happened during the blackout, then the blackout itself is what's actually important. So we need to make it clear how that blackout occurred. Okay, we can do that. Irons, an AC timer. Okay, there's the irons one. Yeah, it's already set to that one, which is good. Alright, what's everyone got to say?
And how did they do it? If you can't answer that, I'm gonna bop you on the head.
Did they throw a stone and hit it?
Nope.
Maybe they used a remote control?
No evidence of that either.
They probably messed with the breaker.
It does not have to be the breaker. They may have tampered with the power supply and transmitters.
Ah.
Or maybe they caused a power surge?
Or that, yes, power surge, yeah.
I bet it's really Monokuma's fault.
Just blame him.
By the way, I'm not a trashy skank.
Just getting that in at the end there. Yeah, I think I know which one it is that I need to give here. I need to consent to Mahiru's, don't I? Okay, yes, how did the killer trip the circuit breaker? I'm pretty sure I already have that clue. Yep, you do.
Who tripped the breaker and how did... If you can't answer that, did they throw us...
Maybe they used a remote.
They probably...
It does not have to be. They may have tampered with, or maybe they caused a power surge.
Yep, that's right.
I agree with that.
Indeed.
It's just as Mahiru said. The blackout was caused by a power surge.
Iron's plugged in, AC comes on, overloads the system.
Of course, that's not a coincidence. Someone caused it intentionally.
Which is why those 3 irons were arranged to cause the blackout.
When you found them right after the blackout, the irons were still on, right?
So by leaving those irons on in the storage room, they deliberately caused a power surge.
Well, the AC has something to do with it as well. Because obviously, you know, they've been on presumably during the day and it hasn't power surged. I'm guessing it took the AC coming on as well to then finally trip the breaker.
Yeah, it seems that's how the killer caused the blackout.
Stupid fool!
Oh, Jesus. Were we having another of these? Yeah, these
Hold on a
showdowns.
second, let me speak too!
What the heck?
You say the irons in the storage room were used to trigger the blackout? That's inexcusable!
Wow, you're quite emphatic. Okay. Yes, we're going for this again. AC timer. I think it could be the AC timer that we're going for here.
If the irons in the storage room caused the blackout, then for the killer to turn the irons on, you're saying they went all the way to the storage room? And that means everyone who is when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
Okay.
No, just because people were in the dining hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to cause the blackout. If the irons, then the killer had to go to the storage room before that.
Okay, I think I know what to do.
Damn it!
Right, I think, yeah, I saw the green text then. I didn't press left mouse. Right,
If the
try again.
irons in the storage room caused the black, then for the killer to turn the irons on, you're saying they went all the way to the storage room? Then that means everyone who was in the dining when the blackout occurred can't be a suspect.
Right, here we go.
No, just because people were
Let's
in the
get this
dining
right.
hall doesn't mean they're not a suspect.
But the people in the dining hall weren't able to cause. If the irons caused the
Got it.
blackout,
AC,
Allow me to
got
cut through
it.
those words.
Yes. Okay, fairly straightforward so far.
The irons are just one reason the blackout occurred, but they weren't the direct trigger.
Yep. Because if they've been, like I say, if they've been on during the day but haven't caused it, then you need something just to push that power level over the edge.
The direct trigger was when the air conditioners in the dining hall and office clicked on.
air conditioners!
Don't be so shocked.
The timers for both air conditioners were set to 11:30 p.m.
11:30 p.m. Mr. Ham Hands died around that time too!
I see. When the timers activated the air conditioners, the breaker was tripped and caused a blackout.
Indeed.
I see. I understand. Indubitably.
Nice use of the word indubitably. I always like that.
Indubitably?
They probably checked the old building's energy usage in advance and used the irons to nearly max it out. So once they set the air conditioner's timers, they just had to wait until they started up on their own.
You're doing a lot of exposition, explaining, and helping this Nagito, which is odd considering that you are one of the suspect characters in this.
If so, even if Pekka was in the office, it still would have been possible to cause a blackout, indubitably.
Indubitably? Miss Sonia, not you too.
Regarding the
jeez.
energy usage, they probably asked Monokuma about it.
Dun dun dun!
Are you confirming this?
Is she right? Such a hateful bear! You deserve to die 1,000 deaths!
1,000, you say? If I died that many times, I might really stay dead, you know?
Shut up! You guys just stay quiet!
I couldn't have prevented the blackout even if I was in the office. But even so, I feel regret. If I was in the office, I could have reset the breaker in time. And maybe the murder wouldn't have occurred.
Well, no, didn't we go over this? That you can't actually reach the breaker Only Monokuma can, because apparently, quote-unquote, he has elasticating properties.
No. The breaker in the office was built into a high area of the wall that's impossible to reach. Resetting the breaker in that darkness would have been impossible, no matter what.
Sounds like you don't need to blame yourself.
Even so, the killer is so sly. I'm starting to worry we may never actually find him.
It's alright. You don't have to worry.
We need to ask Gundam here at some point about this earring of his. And getting onto the floorboards. I was just thinking about the gaps in the floorboards. Truth bullet again.
Because they're just a petty killer, right? They can't defeat symbols of hope like you guys.
Huh?
There's no way everybody will lose now. This little incident will just be a stepping stone for you all. In the end, hope always wins. That's what I believe.
You're giving us a pep talk all of a sudden?
Nagito? What happened to you?
Huh? What do you mean?
Well, you have been saying this whole time that there's no way a killer could be among us.
Oh, is that so? Well, let's just put that minor detail aside for now and talk about the incident. For now, we found out how the blackout occurred. But the question is, who caused it, right?
You were in the building all the day. You could have set it up.
Anybody could have hid and set the timers for the air conditioners. Setting up the irons in the storage room could have been done before Byakuya set foot in the old building.
Seems a bit weird, because now by saying that, you're drawing attention to yourself.
What a shame. Any one of us is capable of that.
Really?
What are you implying?
He's just saying, after all this time, we still haven't made any progress.
Huh? Even though we have been arguing for so long?
Unfortunately, it's the truth. Despite the fact that we've discussed this at length, there's not even one clue that leads to the killer.
Hold on, there's lots of stuff we haven't talked about yet, mate.
But that might be because there's no way any of us could be a killer.
You're very adamant about that, aren't you?
You're changing your story again?
Anyway, I have an idea about what we all should do at this point. Has anyone thought about our situation like this? Instead of surviving by doubting others, isn't it better to get killed for believing in others?
Dude, what's in your head here? What's going on?
Doesn't that mean... Are you saying we should all just give up and die?
Nagito, there's definitely something wrong with you.
You guys only think there's something wrong with me because there's something wrong with you.
Oh, okay. That's totally not what a crazy person would say. You know, oh, it's not me who's the problem, it's the rest of the world.
Suspecting each other like this. There's no way that's healthy behavior.
Yeah, something's not right with you, bud.
Let's stop this already. We don't have to find out who the killer is. I can't stand this anymore. I don't want to do this to my friends.
I don't want to do this either.
Me too! Please, take me home already! I want to go home and eat candy!
Stop it. If everyone acts like this, I'm gonna...
Everyone calm down.
Yes, come on, Hajime. Step in here, man.
We're all friends, aren't we? There's no way one friend would murder another.
Then why did Byakuya die?
Who cares? Let's just give up already.
What the hell has gone into you?
There are no clues that lead to the killer anyway. Not a single one.
Okay, someone interrupt this guy. Can we steer the conversation back on track here?
That's wrong.
Yes, oh, thank you. Thank you, sleepy girl.
I think.
You think? Okay. Oh, ...
Did you say something?
That's a look of scorn if I ever saw one.
'Cause we've already found a clue that might point to who the killer is.
A clue, you say?
You know who the killer is?
The killer? I don't know. But we do have a clue about a suspicious person, I think.
Is it what I think you're about to get at?
I see. Then care to tell me, what's this clue you're talking about?
First of all, let's try thinking about how the killer was able to obtain the knife during the blackout.
Didn't we already cover that? They use glowing paint as a mark.
No, not that. I mean before that.
Before? Is she asking how the killer got closer to her hair? So we get into the lamp and the cord. God, my voice just broke a little bit again then. Or even if they had to obtain the knife by relying on the glow from the paint in order to do that, they needed to get close to that table while it was still dark. Yes, indeed.
Let's try examining the situation. Mahiru's diagram might be useful here.
The diagram of where everyone was standing before the blackout, right? Here it is.
Yes, because Nagito's right over there. ... Just as I thought, this diagram is the clue. It's funny though, because if he was going for the knife, who was he intending to kill, or was he just intending to kill the nearest person? He could have ended up killing Hajime if Byakuya hadn't seen him, assuming that that was his plan. Who the killer is now they're able to move to the table in the dark, as clearly shown in this diagram. Is it though? There's still this issue about the knife and Mikan's autopsy. 5mm diameter weapon. First we need to discuss how the killer was able to move that table in the dark. Let's do it. The killer probably used something to help them move in the dark. Spot selection, easy. Yeah, give me that.
Here!
The lamp.
The killer must have used the desk lamp to move to that table in the dark.
I think that's another little new mechanic right there. I don't think I ever did something like that in the previous game.
The desk lamp? I hope you don't mean they turned on a light or something.
There was a blackout. There's no way the killer could have used the desk lamp.
Hold on a minute. Let me explain. Of course, there's no way they used the desk lamp's light. The killer actually used the power cord.
I can prove it with this! They didn't turn the desk lamp on. They used its power cord.
Power cord?
They could have felt their way to that table using the power cord, right? By doing that, the killer was able to move to the table, then use the glowing paint to find the knife.
And there's only one person here who could have done that.
Nagito.
Who?
The only person here who could have possibly done it. Oh, right, wants me to select someone. Okay, well, it wants me to select Nagito, basically, doesn't it? He's the only one. But having said that, there's still pieces of the puzzle we've not talked about here, and still things that don't add up. So I'm still not 100% convinced that he is the person we're looking for, but okay.
You're the only one! Nagito, it was you, wasn't it?
Me?
Judging from everyone's positions before the blackout, the only person near the power cord was you.
Just thinking, sorry.
Which means the only one who could have felt their way to the table using the power cord was Nagito!
That's just a coincidence.
But still, you had a chance, right? A chance to hide the knife under the table?
Nagito's chance to hide the knife under the table was right after the blackout, right after the murder, when he was cleaning, yes.
I see!
There we are. He's been there all day.
Nagito, weren't you cleaning the dining hall all morning? If so, you would have had a chance to hide the knife.
That's...
If you factor in the power cord and the time you spent cleaning, you're the only one who could have done it.
No, it's too early to reach that conclusion yet.
Seriously! That's all just a coincidence!
I mean, sure, it's suspicious. It suggests he could have been planning something, but I don't know if he is the killer in this case.
If it was just one coincidence, it'd be fine. But when it's one right after another, I wonder, is something like that even possible?
Could it be? Did you give yourself cleaning duty on purpose so you could hide the knife under the table?
Now that you mention it, Nagito did prepare the drawing to pick who cleaned the dining hall.
Indeed. So he wasn't unlucky at all. To be honest, I already prepared a drawing because I assumed something like this would happen. I had to go to the trouble of preparing this, because what did you think would happen? Whoever draws the chopstick with the red mark on it will be in charge of cleaning, okay? Does that sound fair?
You rigged the drawing, didn't you? That's how you got picked to clean the dining hall, isn't it? ...
I don't know if you're the killer or not, but regardless, it proves that you're suspicious, right?
If that's the case, that strange speech you made earlier, that was part of your plan too.
You got us to lower our guard and tried to hide the fact that you did it, didn't you, you motherfucker?
God, getting aggressive again, dude.
Well, just admit it already!
Nagito, tell me you object to this. Frankly, I don't want to believe it either. We investigated together. You were so kind. I can't believe you're the one who killed Byakuya.
Yeah, and I'm not 100% believing it either at this point.
Nagito, say something!
What is he... Dude, what's wrong with your eyes?
The Ultimates are working together to combat the despair of their friend's death! How wonderful! How beautiful it is!
This guy's fucking crazy. It's clear.
Huh?
Ugh, Jesus. Are those eyes? At that moment, Nagito's eyes. The darkness in his eyes shone brightly. That's a bit of an interesting metaphor. As if layers upon layers of darkness were folding into each other. As if open despair had been crudely mixed together. Arr.
Let's cut to the chase. You're correct. It was my doing all along.
Okay, so do you care to explain all the clues we've not talked about?
I'm the one who hid the knife under the table before the party started. I'm the one who used the power cord to find my way to the table in the dark. And of course, I'm the one who caused the blackout. After all, there's no way I'd knowingly whip out a knife in front of everyone, right?
Is it just me, or does he seem a little nuts right now?
I think a bit more than that. He's a bit more than a little nuts.
But I never expected Byakuya to have night vision goggles. Because of that, we had ourselves a little scuffle under the table. And, well, you all saw how that played out.
I don't disagree that you had a scuffle, because Ibuki's testimony suggests, yes, something was going on between you two. The wording of it, that is. I don't know about you killing him, though. I'm not sure.
But with a twist ending like this, I think we can all agree this ended up being a very interesting mystery. Byakuya performed admirably.
Just stop it already! Seriously! What the hell happened to you?
Don't tell me. Is this your true nature? Were you lying to us this entire time?
Me? Lie? That's outrageous! There's no way someone like me could ever lie to you guys.
Sure.
I understand better than anyone else that I'm ultimately worthless. I'm too arrogant to have dreams or cling to hope. I'm too disdainful to actually try at anything. I've made peace with the fact that I'm a lowly, stupid, insignificant human who can't do anything right.
Holy crap! He's totally the type of guy who spent his childhood killing neighborhood pets!
Jeez.
He seems like the sort of person whose eyes light up while watching Friday the 13th. Just like me.
Dunno. Yeah, we've established you have all sorts of interests, don't you, Sonia?
That's quite the hobby you have there. But, like, now's not really the time to bring it up.
This guy, is he the real Nagito?
Hey, Nagito! If you were behind all of this, then did you also send that threatening letter?
Yep, I sure did.
Okay.
There's nobody else on this island whose handwriting is that painful to look at, right?
But why would you send a threatening letter in the first place?
It's a good question. Well, presumably to get everyone in one place so you could carry it out, because... It's a good question.
I think, somewhere deep in my heart, I was probably hoping to find someone who would stop my evil deeds. Well, I bet if that really was my reason, at least some of you would feel sorry for me.
Are you making fun of us?
By threatening Byakuya, Nagito was likely able to manipulate his actions.
Then how about that old-looking building near the hotel? Well, if it's just cleaning, leave it to me. I'm actually pretty good at it.
In doing so, Nagito was able to manipulate everyone to the scene where the murder would occur. Am I wrong?
That reminds me. Nagito was the one who suggested I guard the office.
Okay. Well, not only is the storage room packed with lots of stuff it's hard to see in there and full of cobwebs, and I was so busy cleaning the dining hall that I didn't even have a time to clean the storage room. If you stayed in there for a long time, I think it'd be bad for your health. In that case, why don't you guard the case in the office?
Oh, I get it. If Pekka was guarding the storage room, Nagito wouldn't have been able to use the irons.
The threatening letter, along with all your suggestions, it was all a trap to manipulate us.
Yep, that's true too. But you're wrong about one thing.
Huh? What?
I didn't need to rig the drawing for cleaning duty, you know?
If that's true, then how did you conveniently get picked for cleaning duty?
I see. Well, there's no way I'd expect you to remember it. A worthless talent for a worthless human.
What, you saying you left it down to luck? As the ultimate lucky student, you left it down to that? Nagito's talent? I believe his talent is... ultimate babyface, transporter. Well, these options, jeez.
I see! You're the ultimate lucky student. Then, did you?
You must be particularly thick if you actually couldn't have got the answer to that one. With those friggin' options it threw up.
That's right. I just trusted my luck. I trusted I'd be picked for cleaning duty.
Well, damn. Jeez, you're ballsy, aren't you?
You just relied on your luck?
It's not just luck. It's true my talent sucks, but I'm still the ultimate lucky student, you know?
Huh, I'm left with the red mark. For someone called the ultimate lucky student, you don't seem very lucky right now. Oh no, 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 no. He was lucky. So that's how he wanted it to go, didn't he?
At the time, Hajime said I wasn't lucky. But it was actually the opposite. I was lucky. That's why I got picked for cleaning duty. Just like I wanted. ...
Enough. I don't care about that anymore. More importantly, why did you kill Byakuya? Answer me!
Byakuya was a very capable leader. For someone like him to get killed? Oh, the despair it brings.
We're back to the whole hope and despair thing here from the previous game. So many things, little things that happened in the previous game are now happening very early on in this one. Obviously, bringing in the whole amnesia memory game, not killing game, sorry, but hope and despair.
It's only fitting that you symbols of hope should use his death as a stepping stone to shine even brighter. That was my only motivation.
Yeah, you're crazy. We get it.
You're not making any sense!
Fine, let's start the damn vote already. I'm ready to fucking kill this psycho.
Please! Monokuma!
Please, wait!
Yes, let's not rush into this. There's a lot we've not talked about.
Huh? The fuck?
How should I put this? Is Nagito really the killer?
What are you saying? He's already confessed, hasn't he?
No, there's stuff we've not talked about.
I already know that, but there's just something a little strange.
If it's only a little, then keep your mouth shut. Your ugly face is stressing me out. It makes me want to puke.
Oh gosh, shut up. You are quickly turning into the character I hate.
I'm sorry.
Oh, come on, stand up for yourself.
For now, might I suggest we listen to what she has to say?
Thank you.
But we know who the killer is.
Simply listening is acceptable.
Jeez, that was an interesting way of pronouncing that final word.
However, I won't allow this to end with mere play. Now then, let us lift the curtain for our bloody spectacle.
Jeez. This point on, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullets will disappear if they touch these lines. Think of those obstacles. Okay, I think we had the same mechanic in the last one, didn't we? This time your truth bullets just right so they won't get interrupted. By the way, if difficulty is set to gentle, they won't appear. Well, it's not, so they're going to appear anyway. Please don't worry, I'm not going to fall into despair, even though it's meaningless. Allow me to say one more thing. In this debate, you won't be able to shoot down the white noise. That will be explained later. Press the start button during these arguments to review the controls. The start button? Do you mean escape? Okay, let's go. We have to avoid the lines of white noise, everybody. Ruka's account, Chiaki's account, Kazuichi, Mikan. I think it'll probably be this one. That's what she's trying to bring up here, isn't it?
I think it's strange that...
The killer is so obviously Nagito!
He has already confessed.
You know...
Come on, Mikan.
That bastard Nagito is the one who did it. He killed Byakuya with the knife he hid.
Got it.
No, that's wrong.
Knew it. It had to be Mikan's autopsy reports.
That knife might not be the murder weapon. That's what you wanted to say, right, Mikan?
What the hell are you talking about? It's obvious the knife was the murder weapon.
No, no, you weren't there. Shut up for a moment. Just listen.
Based on the entry wounds on Byakuya's body, the actual weapon should be roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
Finally, we come to this.
5 millimeters in diameter? That's like way skinnier than a knife!
Hey, that better be true. If you screwed up, I'll sell your fucking ass to a whorehouse.
Dude, Jesus.
Not a whorehouse!
Not the whorehouse, everybody.
Hey, why are you threatening her?
Is this what you're trying to say, Mikan? As long as we can't prove that the knife is the murder weapon, we can't assume that I'm the killer.
Indeed. You have to tie up every loose end before we can come to a real strong conclusion.
What are you saying? No one else can be the killer. It has to be you.
Hey, don't blame me. Mikan's the one who said it.
I'm sorry. ... Hey, Nagito. Are you still hiding something?
Hiding?
Like, during the blackout, did something happen between you and Byakuya that we don't know about?
Scuffle. Is that what we're getting at?
Who knows?
Okay, you're not going to tell us, are you?
After all this, what else do you intend to hide? ...
Jeez, the moment your back's against the wall, you get all silent. You piss me off.
What happened during the blackout?
Come on, you should remember. It's your account what we're getting towards here.
Ugh! If you cross your eyes like this, it gives you double vision.
Oh, God. Such a ditz.
Don't get distracted. Our lives are at stake, you know?
Huh? Whose life is at stake?
Oh, bloody hell.
Seriously, how long is it gonna take for you to understand the damn rules?
Nobody can see in the dark, no matter how hard you think about it. The truth is beyond your sight. Don't you think that's a pretty clever metaphor? despite the fact that it came from me.
No, that's not it.
Not it? What's not it?
The truth is beyond our sight. No, that can't be it. There should be some way to find out what happened in the dark. Yes. Come on. Ibuki, where are you? You're in here somewhere. There you are.
I can prove it with this!
Yes, indeedy.
Even if we couldn't see what happened in the dark, I'm pretty sure someone could have heard it. Isn't that right, Ibuki?
Oh, reals?
Yes, for reals. Don't act so surprised.
You were the one who told me, remember? How everyone was shouting during the blackout?
Everyone, calm down. We gotta stay calm in a situation like this.
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
There you go, everybody. The moment that we've been referring to.
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
Perhaps the breaker overloaded?
Hold on a sec. I'll go along the wall and do something about it.
Such perceptive hearing. Impressive. I'd expect no less from the ultimate musician.
It's a good thing your ears are awesome because your face, style, figure, and personality totally suck.
Oh god, my phone's ringing. 1 second, everybody. And I'm back. Okay. God damn it. It's probably Phil ringing me up, asking me if I wanted to guest star remotely on the old hospital radio show tonight. So yeah, I'm doing that. It's going to be nice and fun. But also decided to go and make myself a fresh cup of tea. Got some rich tea biscuits here as well. I'll try not to eat them, you know, whilst I'm actually recording, so you'd have to listen to me crunching away at them. Let's continue on.
You've cut me deep with your knife of truth!
However, after hearing what Byakuya and Nagito said in the dark...
Yes.
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
It almost sounds like... Byakuya fought back against Nagito or something.
Well, that's actually what happened.
No, so you admit it.
As a sign of respect for Ibuki's talent, I have a small confession to make. I was actually shoved out from under the table by Byakuya.
He shoved you out?
Just as the blackout occurred, I hurried to duck under the table and grab the knife. But Byakuya, wearing his night vision goggles, caught me and shoved me right out from under the table. That's right. I'm so incompetent that I couldn't even grab the knife.
So, yeah, this is essentially getting to what I've been suspecting, that the knife, you know, has nothing to do really with the murder. But ultimately, that's why I'm not 100% convinced of your guilt. So Byakuya stopped him when he was trying to get the knife, and he got shoved out from under the table before he could even grab it. Well, it sounds plausible. I mean, just from listening to what they both said at the time even.
What the hell? What's going on here?
We'll listen to this again.
This is...
Ow!
Listened to it about 3 times already. I could interpret it like that. No, actually. Now that I think about it, that sounds like exactly what happened.
After getting shoved out from under the table, I was just as confused as you guys. I lost sight of the glowing paint, and I didn't even know where the power cord was. Before I realized it, the lights had come back on, and Byakuya's body was lying under the table.
Hold on! Are you saying you're not the killer?
From the very beginning, the idea to throw a party, hiding the knife, setting up the blackout, it was all going according to plan. But unfortunately, my plan failed. And all thanks to Byakuya's night vision goggles.
Yeah.
What happened after that? Even I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, so is this the point where we're now gonna change course? We're gonna realise that Nagito isn't the killer and that there's someone else. Okay. Because, like I say, I've been saying this several times, I'll say it again, still pieces of this puzzle that we've not talked about yet. Namely, the floorboards, Gundam's earring, all of this sort of thing.
You failed? Then you're not the one who killed Byakuya?
Then we're right back to square one!
How can that be? We spent all this time talking back and forth!
Meaninglessness. What other word is brimming with so much despair?
Now's not the time, buddy.
But you can't give up. You need to have hope. Do your best and move forward. Rising to the challenge again and again is why you guys are the symbols of hope. ...
Is Nagito really not the killer? Nagito even? Is this guy really the Nagito I knew before? No, there's no way I can say that. I just thought I knew him, but this whole time I didn't even know anything about this guy. I didn't know his true character. It's as simple as that. But now's not the time for me to dwell on that. We need to find Byakuya's killer by any means possible. Because if we don't, we'll die here. Of course. Ooh, what's going on here? Fading out. Oh, that's all suspended? Hey? What?
Well now.
Now then, the class trial has reached its climax, but... Okay, here's a question for you. But fifth, to those of you who figured out who it is, how about you try out the Guess the Killer challenge? Whoever fails to guess the right killer will have their save data melt away like butter. God, throat's starting to go a bit because of all these voices. They're not even talking that much. Jeez. But if you guys... let me try that again. But if you guess right, I'll reward you with $10 billion. To 10 billion? Of course, for those of you who don't know who the killer is, you can just continue on.
Now then, what are you gonna do?
Well, we're gonna have to continue on, aren't we? Left mouse button to continue on. B, guess the killer challenge. B? Well, obviously that looks more like a controller thing. That's not gonna work, is it? Of course. Just kidding, you can't make a choice. There's no way you'll be able to guess who the killer is.
And of course, there's no $10 billion either!
Oh, the despair!
You're so evil!
Villain, you truly are a villain. Well, thank you for that little intermission, you two. Oh, right, save progress. Definitely, yes. Let's put it... Yeah, fuck it, overwrite. Slot 3. Reopening the class trial. Resume.
I'm Monami, and my heart is throbbing like crazy right now. The group's leader, Byakuya, got killed, and his killer is among this group of students? No, I'm not gonna believe it. I'll never believe it.
It's like a freaking recap all of a sudden. It's as though we've suddenly come back to part 2 of a TV show episode. But then again, that is the thing, isn't it, with the previous one. Junko and... Well, I was going to say and Mukuro, but Mukuro died early on. Junko was obviously broadcasting it to the whole world. She turned it into her own little reality show, hadn't she? So maybe that's what's going on here as well. What do you reckon, everybody? Do you reckon the plight of this current batch of students is also being broadcast to the wider world?
'Cause I believe in everyone. So do your best, and don't forget to save regularly.
Regularly. Thank you for bopping the fourth wall again there.
Well, what now? If the knife isn't the murder weapon, there's no definitive proof that I'm the killer.
Shut up! We'll be the judge of that.
You say you were shoved away, but you can't actually prove it, right?
That's right. Even if a different weapon was used, it does not mean Nagito has been cleared of suspicion.
But there's another reason why I don't think Nagito is the killer.
Go ahead.
There's still more?
Based on what we've discussed, Byakuya was killed under the table, right?
Indeed. This is the thing. Of course, the stab wounds were on his abdomen. It's a funny angle. If he was kind of, either lying down his front or if he was kind of like, crawling on all fours, to be able to stab him, it'd be an awkward angle unless you were directly underneath him. And this is where the floorboards come into it.
Is there something wrong with that?
Well, even if that's true, I feel Nagito looks, clean.
What, no blood on him?
Nobody's ever complimented me on my appearance before. Not even my own mother.
Oh, you poor thing.
I'm not talking about your looks.
Alright, why does we can't think Nagito looks clean? Well, because there's no blood on him, I'm guessing.
I see!
Yeah.
Are you trying to say something like, why didn't Nagito have any bloodstains on him?
Yeah, true. Yeah, I hadn't thought of that, actually. Because obviously, if he had, there's a chance he would have got bloodstains on himself. But there's still more to discuss yet.
Yes, that's it. Because under the table, there was a lot of blood splattered everywhere, right?
Indeed, it's on the tablecloths and all.
There were even bloodstains on the inside of the tablecloth.
Said it for me.
If he stabbed Byakuya to death, it's strange he did not get splattered with an appropriate amount of blood.
I didn't get any blood on me? That is weird.
You just used something to block the blood, didn't you?
Like what exactly? I mean, that's the thing, there was that tablecloth in the storage room, which had blood on it, but there was no sign Nagito had that with him in the dining hall. And how would he have, hidden it and all that? No. I don't think that's possible.
Something that might have been used to block the blood splatter. What do you think it could have been? I guess we did see something I could have used. Isn't that right, Hajime?
Are we actually getting to that tablecloth? Oh, yes, there's only one thing you could have used to block the blood spatter. Splatter. But still, no, I don't think so. I mean, he obviously wants me to say this, but no, I don't think.
I can prove it with this!
I don't think this is what you think it is.
You're talking about the bloodstained tablecloth we found in the storage room, right?
If there are bloodstains on it, that settles it. Nagito used the tablecloth to block the blood splatter.
No. Slow down there. Hold your horses.
But that was found in the storage room, right? Are you suggesting he hid it there after the murder?
You mean after the lights came back on? What would he have done if we'd seen him?
Exactly. Doesn't make sense.
That's true. The tablecloth was pretty big. So even if you tried to hide it and take it with you...
Wearing a tablecloth, going under the table, hitting a knife in a blackout, and stabbing someone.
It's all a bit much.
That's not just impossible for someone like me. Wouldn't it also be impossible for you guys too?
Yeah.
Then, what does it mean?
It means, my friend... Well, what it increasingly means is that I'm now, coming more and more to the idea that Nagito is just the red herring, and that someone else is responsible for this. ...
Maybe. The killer didn't necessarily stab Byakuya under the table.
Are we now getting to the floorboards? Not under the table, but from under the floorboards under the table.
No, there's no mistake that the murder occurred under that table.
Cha-ching, everybody. Getting more pound coins every time they say table.
Even the inside of the tablecloth was bloody, so there's no denying Byakuya was killed there. But that doesn't mean where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are the same, right?
Yes, indeed. You're implying under the floorboards, aren't you?
I don't understand at all!
Are the place where Byakuya got stabbed and where the killer did the stabbing are different?
Huh? Hajime, you look like you're onto something.
Really? But it sounds like a riddle. I feel like I'm onto something, but it's still not clear what that is.
Under the table, but not under the table. If it's somehow possible, it's the only way that makes sense.
Under the
Moving
floorboards.
forward, we should put aside all unnecessary preconceptions and just choose the answer. I think.
In scenes where you have to figure out important words, the improved Hangman's Gambit. Ooh, I forgot about this one. Wait, improved Hangman's Gambit? The goal is to line up the right letters in order so it reveals a keyword related to the incident in question. You remember this one, don't you? It's basically it's the flying letters and you have to spell out the word. Improved Hangman's Gambit is like a little puzzle game. Various letters will be flying across the screen in all directions. There are 2 rules you must remember. 1. If 2 different letters clash, you'll take damage. If 2 of the same letters clash, they will fuse. You must make 2 of the same letters clash while you try to not to let 2 different letters clash. That's what's most important. Okay, so it's a bit different then to the one from the last game. In order to do that, you've been given a technique to catch and release. When you move the reticle with the mouse and press the right mouse button while it's on top of a letter, you can snatch the letter like a vacuum. This is what it means to catch it. However, you can only catch 1 letter at a time, so please be careful. When you press the right mouse button while you have a letter caught, you can shoot it where your cursor is aiming. This is how you release the letter. There's a lot of information to take in, ... With catch and release, you can change the position of the letters and hit letters into each other. Make sure you hit the same letters so you can fuse them. The fused letters will freeze and get bigger. By pressing the right mouse button, you can blow it up and erase it from the field. This is called firing the letters. Catch and release with the right mouse button, and after you fuse them, fire with the right mouse button. That's a whole lot of right mouse... God, I'm fumbling my words now. Right mouse buttons. However, if you just erase letters, you won't be able to clear the game. Ultimately, the main goal of improved Hangman's Gambit is completing the keyword. Display the question with the tab key and figure out what keyword will answer that question. About lining up the keyword, instead of pressing the right mouse button to fire the letter, please press the left mouse button. Okay, yes, there's quite the information dump here, but okay. If that happens at the same time the letter blows up, it will be sent to the keyword list. If the sent letter is correct, it will fit in the keyword list. If it's not, the influence gauge will take damage. You must write the keyword in order, based on the flying letters, so please think about the completed word. Of course, if you leave a fused letter alone for a while, it will just blow up on its own. In that case, it will still damage you, so please be very careful. I took so long to explain it, but do you understand now? Well, I guess the best way to understand is just to practice. Press the escape key, yeah. Well then, good luck, have fun. Okay. Here we go. The place where he got stabbed and the place where the killer did the stabbing aren't the same. Using those words as a clue, I should put aside any my preconceptions and try and think about it. Okay. Something's coming to me. Just a little bit more. I have a feeling I can see something. Okay, here we go. Hangman's Gambit. So, that's actually 3 words. Okay, tab, display question. Where did the killer stab Byakuya from? Well, under the floor. Is that what we're going for? Just looking at how many letters there. Okay, we need 2. Shit, I did that wrong. Right map. Fuck me. I'm an idiot. Alright, we've got some more, Okay, left mouse button. Right. We need an N. Oh god. Get rid of that. Just get rid of that as well. We can speed it up, though, if we do it like this. Okay, some N's. Here we go. Okay, here we got a D. There we go. Okay, it's fairly straightforward so far. Get rid of those. We need an E. To be careful though, left mouse button to actually fire it into the keyword list, right mouse button to just destroy it. What we need is an R, which we've got here. Right, now we need a T. And there's already one there. Yeah, under the floor basically is what we're going for here. Destroy. Destroy. Give me H. Here we are. Get rid of it. We need an E. That's what we need. Oh god. Jesus, a couple of letters just hit each other then. Damn it, they were coming from that side so quickly. What the hell? We need to get rid of those. Get rid of them. That's an F, not an E. Okay, R, get rid of that. F, get rid of those, please. E, here we go. Right, got that. Okay, now I actually do need an F. What the hell? Get rid of that. There's an F. Shit. Put that there. No, put that up there, actually. That. I need is an L. Here we go. Oh, shit. I just took more damage. Get rid of those. Yeah. Need to get rid of all of these friggin' letters. You all can hear me, can't you? Fine. Over that constant booming. Get rid of that. Get rid of these. Here we go. Final one. Under the floor, everybody.
Got it!
That's a very different mechanic to how it was in Trigger Happy Havoc.
Got it! The killer must have stabbed Byakuya from under the floorboards.
Okay, so in that case, there's definitely got to be a way under them then, hasn't there? So we need to get to Gundam here. We need to ask him how did he get his earring back.
Under the floorboards?
The floorboards in the old building are full of gaps, and there was no carpet laid out under the table. If they stuck the weapon through one of the gaps, they could have stabbed Byakuya to death.
If so, that means the killer was able to get under the floorboards. But from where? And how?
Gundam?
I don't know that yet, but I have a feeling there's someone here who does know.
Alright, that's right, if I remember correctly, one person here should know how to get under the floorboards. Okay, Gundam, where are you? Gundam! Okay, I should have gone right instead of left, but never mind.
You're the only one!
Tell us,
Hey,
my
Gundam,
friend.
you dropped your earring in the dining hall, right?
Are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
About that earring.
I said, are you referring to the Hellhound earring?
Oh, shut up and just tell us, you idiot.
About that Hellhound earring. You dropped it beneath the floorboards, right?
Oh, hi, there it is. I found it, truly, that's the Hellhound earring. It seems God exists for my benefit. Oh, I see, good for you. Okay, however, how do I recover it? I cannot fit my arm through this opening, but I had to use a tool. It would probably not reach either.
Just a bit longer and I would have reduced everything, including that old building, to ashes. However, it's just as the old legend said. The Hellhound earring has returned to its owner, to me!
Yeah, whatever. Now tell us, how did you get under there?
Is it safe to say that that earring is the one hanging from your right ear? Huh? Could it be? Gundam wasn't wearing an earring during the investigation. And if he had it on by the time the class trial began, then that means Gundam was able to retrieve his earring from beneath the floorboards during the investigation.
So, Gundam knows how to get under the floorboards.
It's understandable. After all, you fools only view the world through eyes of glass. But I am different. With the power of my 4 dark devas of destruction, it is of no concern.
Shut up and tell us the answer.
Truly, this is the evil 4th eye. Before the might of the evil 4th eye, all visual chaos is rendered asunder.
What should I do? I'm embarrassed just listening to him.
Oh! Man up and speak more clearly!
Fine, I shall tell you all. The answer was in the storage room.
Oh. Well, that was the room that Nagito wouldn't let us in. Yeah, he was in the way. At least not at first, he wouldn't let us in. These fucking hamsters.
One of my 4 dark devas of destruction, Mirage Golden Hawk, Jumpy, has seen beyond the chaos. A secret passage of doom leading to the underground lurks beneath a large assortment of random boxes. After securing a lighter from the supermarket, I threw caution to the wind and ventured below the floorboards. And as a result of that lonesome battle, I was able to recover the Hellhound earring with my own 2 hands!
What a weirdo.
Tremble with fear, fools! Behold my power!
There he goes blabbing about power and crap. You're ridiculous. You're just a breeder, you know.
Okay, on this one I actually agree with you, yes.
Anyway, it sounds like you can go under the floorboards from the storage room.
Then that has to be how the killer did it.
Question is, who, though? Because everyone... Well, most people were in the dining hall. Teru was in the kitchen. Fuyuhiko, well, he was obviously not there. But he has Chiaki as an alibi. Chiaki, of course, was standing guard with Monami. Pecco's in the bathroom.
If the space beneath the floor is empty, it's not that far to move from the storage room to the dining hall.
Well, you say that, but... you know, you're still having to go right round a corner there. And the blackout didn't last for very long, so they would have needed to move quite fast, wouldn't they?
I see. If they passed through the storage room, I understand why the tablecloth was put there.
The killer lurked under the floorboards during the party, and from there, stab, stab, stab!
Are you sure?
You don't like stab, stab, stab? Should it sound more fleshy? Like...
Thank you for that, Ibuki, that contribution.
I'm not talking about your sound effects. You're saying they snuck under the floorboards, but that means they would have had to leave the party, right? So, was there anyone who was able to do that?
Then whoever wasn't at the party is the killer. They must be the one who was waiting under the floorboards.
Okay, I think here we're getting towards Fuyuhiko, but... I don't know.
Who wasn't at the party again?
Well, the guy stood next to you, for a start.
I didn't participate, but I was guarding the entrance, remember? Monami over there can be my witness, right?
Yes! This Monami over here is your witness!
I believe there's no need to discuss this matter further, but I was unable to leave the bathroom.
I was in the kitchen for a long time, but I frequently went to the dining hall to deliver my dishes.
The only person who wasn't at the party...
Was a certain Yakuza boy.
Judging from the
Yakuza
photo
boy.
I took before the blackout... it obviously has to be him.
Nah. He's got an alibi, I think.
Yay! It's decided!
No, it's not.
What the fuck are you saying? I'm not the killer!
Oh, really? What happened to the tough guy who was saying stuff like, I can do it?
That's a good impersonation.
Don't mess with me! I'll fucking kill you!
See? You're making threats again.
Yep, that's right. Things are starting to get exciting.
Good news, you're now allowed to use the silencer. You can use the silencer with the right mouse button as many times as you want. Is this shooting the white noise down? Use the silencer, yes, you can shoot down the white noise. Also, when you shoot down the white noise, your time limit will increase a little. If you shoot an actual remark with silencer instead of the white noise, time limit will decrease. So aim carefully. ... Oh, but if the difficulty set, no, it's not, so they're going to appear. If you feel like doing a little bang bang, you can use it to your heart's content. Okay, yes, that, everybody. Bang, 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 bang. Press the escape key, blah, blah, blah. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay, let's do this. So, I think we need Chiaki's account here. Yep. Chiaki. Just need to give Fuyuhiko
During
an
the
alibi.
party, the killer was lurking under the floor like a cockroach.
And they could have stared at panties all day.
Oh god, dude.
Without going to the storage room in the dark.
Jesus.
Is that true, Fuyuhiko?
Don't act like I'm the fucking killer!
But when the party started, nobody saw you, you know?
No, somebody did.
That means you have no alibi.
Gotcha.
No, that's wrong!
Ba-boom. Take my refutation.
No, Fuyuhiko definitely has an alibi. Isn't that right, Chiaki?
Oh, you're right.
What happened for you, Hiko? Hey, Louie, what are you doing here, all alone in a place like this? I'm standing guard so Monokuma doesn't come inside. How diligent of you.
I saw Fuyuhiko after the party started. There's no way he could have been waiting under the floor before then.
You should have said that earlier, dumbass.
It's still your fault. Like, why were you even lurking around the old building in the first place?
Shut up!
They really don't like each other.
Maybe there really is a secret passage to go under the floorboards from outside, and he came to spy.
What'd you say, motherfucker?
Oh no!
What was that?
Wow, he got chewed out, but he looks super happy.
Well, he's probably into that kind of thing.
Regardless, it's impossible to go under the floorboards from outside. Chiaki and I already confirmed that.
Then someone definitely went under the floorboards through the storage room during the party.
I'm trying to think who, though. I mean, the person... I don't know. I was going to say Teru Teru then, but... I mean, he would have been in the kitchen, so he would have been slightly closer to the storage room. So he theoretically would have had a little bit extra time to get there during the blackout, but... Or rather, it would have taken him theoretically slightly less time, rather, to get there during the blackout. But having said that, we heard him. Ibuki heard him during the blackout, so no, he was there in the dining hall. I don't know. This is a tricky one.
During the party. It was probably during the blackout.
Well, if someone disappeared during the blackout, no one would have noticed.
But walking down that dark hallway to the storage room is like trying to make Eggs Benedict without any eggs.
Interesting analogy.
You're right. I couldn't even see the office in that darkness, and that room was much closer. ...
But is it really impossible? It might be better if we examine that possibility a little bit more.
It was super dark, you know? There's no way you'd be able to find your way to the storage room.
But I can't stop thinking about it. I feel like there's something I overlooked. For clarity's sake, once again.
It appears we're getting close to the final stage.
Don't you start, mate. Are you actually going to contribute something, or are you going to start going off on one again?
The blackened or the spotless? Which is superior? I think it's time to settle this.
Okay, you're going off on one. Please be quiet. Oh, got it spinning round there. Jeez. Okay. Duralumin, party dishes, fire door, kitchen equipment list. Okay, let's just listen to what they have to say.
The hallway was really dark during the blackout. Moving to the storage room like that... It's like making a seafood bowl without fish!
Is it really not possible?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
No, I don't think so.
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
A light?
It definitely sounds impossible.
A light? The killer's method of moving in the dark might be what that one person suggested. So I might be able to prove it. Which
The
one?
hallway was really dark during the blackout.
Moving to the storage room. It's like making a seafood bowl without...
Is it really not?
What if they used a string like the cord?
Haven't
Maybe
seen
there
any
was another
evidence.
pair of night vision goggles?
What a pain. I'm gonna go with my gut. What if they used a light?
Huh.
It definitely sounds impossible.
Wants me to consent with one of these. It can't be a string, because we haven't seen any evidence of that. And there's only the one pair of night vision goggles, so... That leaves Akane saying about the light, but... Huh. Can I look at my truth bullets? Okay, I can. What do I need to look for here? Hold on, what were the actual truth bullets it's given me here?
The hallway was really dark
case,
during the blackout.
Murder threat.
Moving
party
to the
dishes.
storage room like that... It's like making a seafood bowl without fish!
I can actually just go to my freaking clues in the middle of this, so... Duralumin case... No... Party dishes... It can't be that, can it? Fire door... Huh... Okay, can I find this cuisine? Portable stove... Wait... Just looking at the picture there... I'm not sure.
Is it really not possible?
I'm trying to think here.
What if they used a string like the cord?
Maybe there was another pair of night vision goggles?
Wait,
What a
Hold on a
pain.
minute.
I'm gonna go with my gut.
are we seriously...
What if they used a light?
No, wait, what truth bullet did I have there?
Crap!
I think I might have had the wrong truth bullet. Okay, right.
The hallway was
Okay, I
really
was on
dark
fire
during the
door, that's
blackout.
why. Right, portable
Moving to the
stove.
storage room like that.
I mean, it feels really weird,
It's
but
like making a seafood bowl without fish.
let's just test it.
What if they used a string?
Maybe there was another pair to pain. I'm gonna.
What if they used a light?
Oh shit. Got it.
I agree with that.
Really? The portable stove? See, here's what I'm thinking, right?
I know. The killer had a light with him.
Yeah, here's what I'm thinking. At first I wasn't really sure there, but then I was looking through the truth bullets again that it was putting into the cylinder. I noticed on the kitchen equipment list it had portable stove. So, are we talking something that you literally generates a light here? That sounds really weird, because that would be really bulky, wouldn't it? Okay, let's just run with it. Because apparently that's what I'm supposed to get at here, but...
Oh, I was right? But where could they have found a light?
There was one nearby for sure. See? It's written on the kitchen's equipment list.
Really? The portable stove? Is that actually what we're getting at here? 20 forks, 20 knives, 20 spoons, 5 iron skewers, 3 frying pans, 20 wine glasses. There are also iron plates for barbecue and even a portable stove for cooking hot pots. Iron plates and a portable stove, I do recall seeing them on the shelf over there. This kitchen seems to be well kept. There should be no problems using it.
It's the portable stove.
Okay, so this is what we're getting at. It took me a few, like I say, it took me a while to see that, but...
Portable stove?
But, like, how big is this thing, though? I've seen portable stoves before, and they're like, you know, some of them are pretty bulky.
The portable stove isn't powered by electricity, and it's also small enough to carry around.
Okay.
So, the killer used the portable stove to move from the hallway to the storage room during the blackout.
I see. I never considered the portable stove. But there's a hole in your argument.
Okay, we'll go ahead. Huh!
A hole? What kind of hole?
Oh, dude.
It would be great if you could explain it to me in much more detail.
Not the time.
Oh, I wasn't making a perverted joke or anything. It's really not a perverted joke. I'm serious.
Repeating yourself just makes it even more suspicious.
Now then, Hajime, will you battle against me?
If you insist.
No, that's wrong.
Oh, Jesus. No, that's wrong. Okay, it's this again.
Will you be able to break through my argument?
Probably. If I, don't screw up. What does he mean, battle? Sounds like he's enjoying a game or something. Damn it, there's no way I'm gonna lose against someone like him. Arr. Let's do it. WASD, everybody. The rebuttal showdown. Night vision, storage room, party dishes, fire door, kitchen equipment list.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
I can't back down!
Cross swords duel? Oh shit, what? Oh god, what, wait, hey, what was that? What was that? Alright, just a little bit more and I can draw something out next time.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier?
Shit.
He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
I can't back down!
Go. Left mouse button. Yeah, come on. Oh, got it. Jesus. That was a bit weird.
I don't doubt what Kazuichi said. What are you trying to say?
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway...
Oh, what?
Wouldn't Kazuichi... After all,
Shit.
he was walking near the hallway, right?
I need something... Retreat? What?
Damn it!
What? Okay, hold on. So we're talking about the hallway being dark. And Kazuichi tried to go through, so... If he was in the hallway... Then he would have seen the light of the stove, so... Ah! Got it! Right, yeah. I think I got it.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier?
Shit, no.
He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
Assuming the portable stoves use the light source contradicts Kazuichi's testimony. I don't think what Kazuichi said is wrong. I guess for now I should offer a rebuttal. Okay, I think it's the fire door, maybe? I was wondering, yeah, because that's on the truth bullets section. Maybe that's what it's getting at here.
Did you forget what Kazuichi said earlier? He said the hall was too dark to see the office. The light from the stove that you mentioned. It contradicts his testimony. Or are you intentionally doubting his testimony?
Advance, okay.
I don't doubt what Kazuichi said. What are you trying to say?
Okay, come on, get the fire door, get the fire door.
The reason Kazuichi couldn't see the office was because the hallway was dark, right? So if a light was shining in such a dark hallway, wouldn't Kazuichi have seen it?
Got it.
Allow me to cut through those words!
Okay, yeah. That was a tricky one. I didn't realise at first what it wanted me to do.
Nagito, did you forget? Or are you just pretending you forgot?
Huh? What are you talking about?
There should have been a wall that blocked light.
The fire doors, okay, yes.
I'm talking about the fire door in the hallway. If you close it, it would form a perfect wall in the hallway. Plus, the hallway rounds a corner just beyond the fire door. So even if there was a small gap in the door, as long as they passed the corner, the light still wouldn't peek out.
I'm still trying to get my... I'm still trying to accept this idea that someone was carrying this little portable stove with them. It just seems... I don't know, maybe I'm overthinking it. I suppose it's possible that they could do that.
I see. To actually notice the fire door. Just as expected of the ultimate... Oh, you still don't remember your talent, do you?
What?
Who cares about that right now?
Nagito, what are you plotting? For someone who insists he's not the killer, you are quite nosy.
You sound so scary. If you're that angry, why don't you take a deep breath?
Jeez, shouldn't be condescending, git.
You sure like to piss us off. How about I shut your fucking mouth for you?
Hey! It's okay if you guys fight, but I won't allow a burly brawl that might offend people. More importantly, can you hurry up and decide who's the blackened already? Time runs out when I get bored.
Fine, I get it. You're telling me to pass the torch, right?
Pass the torch?
We're going to ask the real killer, not an imposter like me, to show themselves.
You're obviously the killer, right?
No.
If you think I am, I really don't mind. Whatever conclusion you ultimates arrive at, I will accept it, no matter what it is.
He's so crazy. Alright, so you're telling me to call out the real killer? Even though I really don't want to condemn that person, but... Alright, there's no other way, right? Alright, the person who used the hallway's fire door as cover and used the portable stove to move in the dark and snuck under the floorboards to stab Byakuya to death using the glowing paint as a mark. So the only killer I can think of is... What? You and only you. Wait, you're just gonna throw me in there? Okay, I don't actually... Well... Who does it want me to pick out? I'm not sure here. Well, hold on, let me think this. It came from the kitchen, so... Teru? But he was in the dining hall. We heard him in the dining hall. I don't... He's the only one I can think of, but... Then again, I don't know. Screw it. Is he asking me for this guy? To point the finger at Teru?
You're the only one!
Okay, yes, apparently.
Teru. Could it be you?
I mean... Possibly? I don't know, though, but... Well, I mean, yeah, because the portable stove was in the kitchen, so he would have had access to it. And like I said, the kitchen's closer to the storage room than the dining hall is. And, you know, he's got immediate access to the fire door, but we heard him in the dining hall. Ibuki said so. You know, we pretty much heard him as well, so... Okay, well, let's just see where this goes then. ...
Huh? What? What are you talking about?
Teru's the killer? Is that true?
What are you talking about? There's no way!
Of course, that's simply my assumption. So if you have an objection, please speak freely.
Objection or not, why am I being treated like the killer?
Because the portable stove used in the murder came from the kitchen.
Okay, I mean... Yeah, but you're gonna need more than that.
That's it? That's the only reason you're treating me like a killer? Isn't that a little drastic? You're cruel! Cruel! Too cruel!
Teru. That attitude is so not like you.
Dude, if you're just gonna interfere...
For the ultimate cook to get so upset.
Call me chef.
If you fall to aspersions like this, who will be there to support the future of the culinary arts?
The future of the culinary arts?
Nagito, please be quiet.
That's right. For the future of the culinary arts, you must face this and fight it fair and square.
You're right. Yeah, that's totally right.
So, what's an aspersion anyway?
God.
Is it yummy?
Did you know asbestos is yummy too? You should try some later.
Nagito, why are you interfering?
Yes, my question.
Let's assume that the killer used a light, and that they used the fire door to mask that light, and that they moved to the storage room and snuck under the floorboards. Then what? It's dark under the floorboards too. So how would they be able to stab Byakuya?
Gaps in the floorboards. I suppose actually they could use the glow from the paint, couldn't they, as well? If they're peering between the floorboards. But, again, I've still got this question about Teru. Because we heard him in the dining hall. Are we just gonna... I mean, it'll probably come back to that, won't it? I'm assuming.
You're not gonna say they shined the light on Byakuya, right? The plan would have been ruined if he noticed.
That's right. What do you think about that?
There's no way you can answer, right? You personally haven't investigated what's beneath the floorboards.
If that's the case, then Gundam should know. He actually went under the floorboards.
No. Unfortunately, there was nothing related to the incident under the floorboards. The only thing I found was a strange liquid shining in the darkness, near where Byakuya's blood was dripping.
Strange liquid shining in the dark. Do you mean the glow-in-the-dark paint?
What? A shining liquid in the dark? That sounds super important!
If there was a shining mark like that, they would have been able to move to it in the dark, right?
And in doing so, it might have been possible for them to use that mark to target the victim.
Alright, the victim was targeted by a mark. What was the mark? Is it the knife again that we're going for here? I think it could be.
I can prove it with this!
It is. Okay.
The mark you're talking about is the glowing paint that was applied to the knife, right?
By using the glowing paint as a target, they were able to judge where to stab even in the dark.
I see. The killer didn't target an actual person. They just struck the moment the glowing paint moved.
That would be the moment someone grabbed a hold of the knife.
So, the killer used the mark that I prepared for finding the knife as a mark for stabbing.
I mean, it's... In that case, the killer was awfully lucky. Unless... See, there's a suggestion here that the killer might have... I don't know, I'm just hypothesizing a bit here, but... Did the killer know about Nagito's plot? Because if they didn't know that glowing paint was there, then they would have had to rely on the stove for the light, but... okay. So there's a hint here that the killer may have known that Nagito was planning something, and may have seen the glow-in-the-dark paint earlier. In which case, that would again imply someone who was in the building throughout the day. Teru. You know, he was the only other one besides Nagito, wasn't he? Okay. Interesting. Though I guess we still need to talk about the whole voices in the dining hall in the blackout aspect, yeah?
I see. That's why Byakuya got killed when he took the knife.
But if they were able to do that, wouldn't that mean the killer knew about Nagito's plan all along?
Thank you, Chiaki, yes. So I'm not barking up the wrong tree. I've got a point here.
Well, Teru!
Seriously? I don't know anything. Really, I don't know anything at all.
Then can I ask everyone a question instead?
Is it actually going to help us get to something?
You again? Just stop already!
Now. We should give everyone a fair opportunity to speak.
If Teru is the killer, that would mean he went to the storage room during the blackout. And just what did Ibuki hear during the blackout?
Okay, here we are. So, this is the thing that I've been wondering about. How does this play into it? Because we heard Teru in the dining hall, didn't we?
Ah! Don't step on my feet!
What the hell? What's going on here? This is...
Ow!
Turn the damn lights on! I can't eat like this, you know!
You guys? Where are you? Wasn't the blackout just in the kitchen?
There you go. So, what's the deal here, then?
She heard Teru's voice in the dining hall?
Doesn't that prove Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout?
That's right! That's exactly it!
But Teru was in the kitchen the moment the blackout occurred, right? So, why was he in the dining hall?
Guess he just came out and just felt his way along the wall, maybe?
I thought the blackout was only in the kitchen, so I panicked and ran out of there. Of course, the hallway was dark too, but somehow I managed to move along the wall toward everyone's voices.
Well, it's not a case of somehow, it's actually quite a good way of finding your way in the dark. Use the wall.
Well, it's not that far to move along the wall from the kitchen to the dining hall.
That sounds fishy.
If I remember correctly, you can tell when a person is lying by licking their sweat.
Not the time, buddy.
So, if you want,
oh god.
You should try licking me.
Oh god. What a fucking pervert.
No way! You look greasy.
Yeah, I'm getting some weird little light drops all of a sudden there. Just between transitions. Just dipped very briefly to 22, now it's gone back up to 60.
But I heard Teru's voice in the dining hall! Ibuki swears on her honor!
That's right. Teru was in the dining hall, not the storage room. Which means he's not the killer.
No, that's not it. Why? Why do you want to keep falsely accusing me? It's not like I want to blame you.
You should be so proud of yourself, Hajime. You're just progressing toward the hope you believe in.
Shut up. ...
Now, Hajime, show me more of your hope. Will that be enough to crush Teru's hope?
Right. Gaps in the floorboards. That's the one that I'm drawn to here. Oh god, careful.
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the storage room during the blackout?
There's no way I went to the storage room. I was somewhere totally different.
I definitely heard Teru's voice.
Yes, you did.
It's handsome,
We all
unlike
did.
his face.
Jeez.
Maybe it was a recording or something? Nope, definitely a live voice.
Right, as long as I have her testimony. The fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed.
Is he suggesting... Well, he was under the floorboards when he spoke. There's definitely a contradiction hidden within those remarks. I need to find it. Okay, so... Okay, my guess here is that it wants me to fire gaps in the floorboard at what Teru Teru is saying. But... I'm trying to think about this. So if he was actually under the floorboards when he called out, would that not sound a bit muffled, though? Would we not have been able to tell that there was something not right about that? Just seems a bit weird, but okay, we'll try it. We'll see.
Let me ask you again. Did you go to the store?
There's no way. I was somewhere totally... I definitely heard. It's handsome. Maybe it was recorded. Nope, definitely.
Right, as long as I have it, the fact that I was in the dining hall cannot be disputed.
Okay, it is.
I'll shoot through that contradiction.
Right.
Just because we heard Teru Teru's voice in the dining hall doesn't mean he was literally in the dining hall.
But again, like, if you were below the floorboards, even if there are, you know, fairly wide gaps, wouldn't it sound a bit weird? His voice coming up to you?
Huh? Why?
Remember the floor in the dining hall? It was full of gaps, right?
You see, like, looking at that picture, those gaps don't even look that big, to be honest. Seems a bit far-fetched, I don't know.
So even if you shouted from under the floor, it should have sounded just like the voices in the dining hall.
I mean, okay, maybe just for the sake of the trial we go along with that, but I don't know, I feel like if that was to happen in real life, it'd be a bit... It wouldn't be like that at all. ...
But...
I see. So he brazenly shouted from under the floor to make us think he was in the dining hall.
Is that true, Teru Teru?
Hold on a second.
Can you explain this, Teru Teru?
I told you to wait a second, ain't I?
What? Just...
What are y'all even saying anymore? I'm telling you, I was in that there dining hall during the blackout.
What? Happened to your voice? Something's not right here.
Where are you from again?
I was born in West Asabu and raised in South Aoyama.
Wow. He's getting stressed.
Hey, you guys! This guy's a major liar! ...
If Teru Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, he should have been there after the power returned, right?
Fair point, actually. Wow, how did I not see that? We heard him. When the lights came back on, he wasn't actually in the... Oh, for God's sake, come on, Red. Engage your friggin' brain once in a while. Okay, so maybe he wasn't on the floorboards, then. That is a good question, Chiaki. I'm actually embarrassed that I didn't see that sooner.
Well, I believe so. There's no way he could have gone back and forth in that dark hallway.
Huh? Was Teru Teru actually there during that time?
I sure was. I was there the whole damn time.
The whole damn time.
Something like this shouldn't be decided by gut instinct. People's lives are at stake.
Damn right. You guys should have been deciding this on the spot with your hazy memories.
Memories.
His accent is getting even worse. He's definitely lying.
However, I am not sure. I believe that he was there, and I believe that he was not there.
No! Is there any way we can decide?
Why don't we consult his memories?
Oh. Ah. So we need a way to prove whether he was definitely in that dining hall or not. Now it makes sense. His memories.
Yeah, don't be saying things like that. Don't make no sense. Can you even prove I wasn't in the dining hall?
Oh, I think we have a way we can, actually.
I probably can.
Oh, you again!
What was that sound he produced? Yes, there is a way to prove whether he was in that. It's just occurred to me. Now I know whether or not Teru Teru was in the dining hall during the blackout, in order to know for sure. I just need to throw that question at him. This one, everybody. I was wondering how this was going to fit into it, and now I realise, because if he was in the dining hall, there is no way he wouldn't have seen this. Wow, what a clue.
I can prove it with this. If you're claiming that you were in the dining hall when the power came back, then you should know how Mikan was positioned at the time, right?
Well, what?
What? That voice. Jesus, my voice just broke there.
Don't make me remember. It's so embarrassing.
No, this is a very important question. Well, Teru, if you were really in the dining hall at that time, you should know the answer to that.
Huh?
It was a pretty clever way of tripping. There's no way you'd forget about it so easily.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I showed you something so unsightly.
How about it? You can't answer, Teru?
That's weird. Just slipped from my mind.
Okay, so maybe he was under the floorboards then.
There's no way it would slip from your mind, especially not a pervert like you.
Maybe I'm overthinking the whole thing about, the sound in real life being a bit muffled, but okay, whatever.
Even so...
Let's just go with it.
Nagito! Say something!
I guess you might have to give up now.
Wait, give up? What do you mean, give up?
Teru. I'm disappointed too, you know. It's lonely watching someone I admire reach the limits of their hope. It kind of feels like a broken dream.
Can someone interrupt this guy? Why do we even let him talk when he starts going off on one?
Nagito, what are you doing? Why are you messing with the killer like that?
Thank you, Hajime.
Well, hold on a sec. Don't go moving this along on your own like I really am the killer.
Huh? But it's already decided, right?
The murder weapon hadn't been cleared up yet, yeah?
Ah, yes.
It's no use. I can't understand him anymore.
It appears he's saying the murder weapon hasn't been cleared up yet.
You understand him?
But it's such a sad defense. This is too cruel.
Oh, you calling me the killer? Then where's the weapon?
Come on, Manumi! Enough with the whimpering and translate!
He said, if you're calling me the killer, then where's the weapon?
The weapon, huh? It's not the knife, right?
Judging from Byakuya's wounds, it was a thin-edged tool that's roughly 5 millimeters in diameter.
Also, if they stabbed from under the floorboards, the weapon would need to be at least 50 centimeters in length.
After all this, who cares about the weapon?
No, shut up. Somebody tell this guy to belt it.
Not good enough! Not good enough at all!
He said, not good enough. Not good enough at all.
Fine, I got it. Let's try thinking about what the weapon was.
What are you doing?
He said, try to do it.
What a confusing accent!
Alright, anyway, we need to focus and think about this. A thin-edged tool with a diameter of about 50 millimeters, and at least 50 millimeters? I thought the diameter was 5 millimeters. That's got to be a mistake there, because 50 millimeters would be 5 centimeters in diameter, which would actually be quite thick, wouldn't it? Alright, the weapon that meets those requirements might have been used at the crime scene. Yeah, I think that's probably a mistake in the typing. It's supposed to say 5 millimeter diameter. What's that? Ah, we're going for this again. Okay, skewer then. Or, it's 5 millimeters down, at least 50 centimeters long. Well, skewer would fit into the second one, wouldn't it? Let's get rid of that. Or iron skewer. Because they're made of metal, aren't they? Ah, okay, right. Yes, I think that's what it's wanting me to go for. Get rid of that. We need an R. Give me an R. Here we are. Got it. Oh shit, wrong button. Right, give me these here. Those. N, that's what I need. Got it, now I need an S. Shouldn't have done that really, but okay. S please. Oh god. Jeez. That was close. You gonna give me an S at any point? Oh, there we are. That's more like it. Now I need a K, please. I'll take a K for 10. Oh god. Get rid of those. Oh god. Just took a bit of damage. Oh god, taking damage everywhere here. The hell? Yeah, E. That's what I need. Get rid of those. E. Here we go. Boom. Oh, W. Oh no, wait. There wasn't a freaking thing there, was there? S. W. Here we go. Got those. Get rid of that. Oh, shit. Get rid of that. E. Anywhere? I should have left that R, actually, shouldn't I? Okay. Oh, shit. Oh, god damn it. Just as an... Oh, no, wait. There's another one. That's fine. Got that. Right, now we just need an R. Here's the R. There we go. Got it. Iron Skewer.
I got it!
Okay. So it is the skewer. I knew all along.
That's it! The weapon must be the iron skewer!
Again, Chekhov's gun, everybody. I mentioned this in Trigger Happy Havoc in the first trial. If it makes a song and dance about a particular detail, which then seems to not get mentioned again, it means at some point it's going to come back to it, because it's going to be important.
Huh? The iron skewer?
Before the party, as Byakuya was confiscating all the dangerous items, he spoke to Teru Teru.
I checked the equipment list and there seems to be one iron skewer missing. That's right. As far as I know, it's been missing from the start. Or has
So
it?
that missing iron skewer is the weapon?
An iron skewer would match up with the wounds perfectly.
Hey, Teru Teru, where'd you hide the iron skewer?
Avril Lavigne!
Beg pardon? I'm sorry, what?
Avril Lavigne?
What about Avril Lavigne?
Huh? Did he really just say that?
He's just saying random shit to fuck with us. You probably dumped it somewhere on the island, didn't you?
This school trip has a no littering rule. If he had violated it, the island sirens would be ringing non-stop.
Island sirens? Just for littering?
Also, I was on guard duty, and I never once saw Teru Teru leave the old building.
Which means he obviously hid it somewhere in the old building.
It's probably the kitchen again, right?
Teru Teru, just man up and be straight with us.
Oh! 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 Whoa!
Finally, we are nearing the end. A cornered opponent will be surrounded by soul shields and simply will not listen to what you have to say. It will probably pain you to condemn your classmate, but this is a class trial after all. You must argue against your opponent and destroy their soul shields. A high-speed dispute battle where you beat down a panicked opponent's excuses and nonsense. That's the bullet time the panic talk action. Okay, we'll give it a different name. Panic talk action, we'll shorten it to PTA. During Parent-Teacher Association, you must there's a spelling mistake there, it says destroy. Destroy all of your opponent's soul shields so you can deliver your final strike. In order to do that, you must destroy your opponent's remarks while following the tempo of the song. Yeah, this is familiar territory again. Time your button presses with the tempo marker as it moves across the screen. Match the tempo marker by pressing the left mouse button, and you'll be able to lock on to the opponent's remark. If you keep pressing it, you'll be able to lock onto multiple remarks even at the same time. Afterward, if you release the left mouse button in time with the tempo marker, it will intercept the locked on remark and destroy it. By destroying remarks, you'll be able to damage the soul shields, protecting the opponent and destroy them. If you cannot destroy their remark within a time limit, you'll end up getting hurt. During Parent-Teacher Association, you can... it's PTA, let's go that. Press the escape key, blah blah blah. This PTA, just focus on pressing the left mouse button. Please wait for another time for the other features. Like reloading, I'm assuming he's going to come back at some point. Do this consecutively and you'll start a combo. Keep this going and initiate a tempo up. On the flip side, if you keep missing, you'll find yourself in a tempo down situation. When the song changes, the tempo changes. This will alter the time of each button. Please be careful. Last but not least, let me tell you about the final blow. If you destroy all of your opponent's soul shields, they'll start to give their final argument. If that happens, 4 words will be displayed on the top, bottom, left and right sides of the screen. Each of these 4 words corresponds to the W key, S key, A key, D key even. If you press the buttons in the right order, you'll be able to compose the words of your final strike. Okay, ... Please make your argument while searching for the words that will trump your opponent's final argument. Also, if you don't deliver your final strike within time limit, opponent's soul shields will recover. Okay, let's do it.
Whoa!
Jesus, he's freaking out.
What the hell you even saying, you stupid cutter hick?
He said, oh, what the hell are you even saying, you stupid country hick?
I guess we have no choice but to somehow find out for ourselves.
Indeed. If the iron skewer is the weapon, then hiding it in the kitchen would be the easiest way to slip it by. But Byakuya and I checked the kitchen pretty thoroughly before the party started, which means, was the weapon already hidden? Do you mean, was the weapon already hidden somewhere we couldn't find it? Could it have been in an unexpected place? Where would that be? Where did he hide a long weapon like an iron skewer? Think carefully.
I'm not hiding anything!
He said, I'm not hiding anything!
I'm not hiding anything! I'm not hiding anything!
I must reveal to Terra the conclusive evidence that proves he's the killer. Here we go, everyone. Here you go. Parent-Teacher Association. Okay.
Shut up! That's impossible!
Okay, here's the shields.
Nonsense!
Yeah.
Unforgivable! I don't know,
Oh god,
I
missed it. Oh god. I think tempo hooked.
Paris Hilton!
Paris Hilton? Oh god, missing.
Shut up!
Yeah.
That's impossible!
God, that's like whirring around dead fast.
Nonsense!
I just have to concentrate on keeping to the beat.
Unforgivable!
Slowly working him down.
I don't know! Paris Hilton!
Nearly there.
Unforgivable!
Oh, wait.
Where would the weapon be?
Meat on the bow. Meat on the bow.
This is the end!
Oh god. Ooh, I nearly panicked there because I saw the words come. I was like, shit.
Could the iron skewer have been hidden inside the piece of meat on the bone?
I'll be honest, until those words came up there, I had no idea what it was going to be. God, I had to react fast there. Jesus. Kept it together, though. If I'd panicked there, I could have probably screwed it up. I love his stammering. It's hilarious.
What are you saying? There's no way I'd hide anything. In a place like that?
That's clearly impossible! I mean, that's inside the food!
Impossible. That's what Byakuya and I thought. That's why we overlooked it.
It's there in the background, isn't it? I suppose it looks big enough, yeah. It seems there are no dangerous items, like that skewer in the churrasco earlier, inside that pile of food. That appears to be the case. Phew, I wouldn't have known what to do if he said fish bones and meat bones were also dangerous items.
But in fact, the only place you could hide the weapon was inside the food that couldn't be inspected. Out of all the dishes you prepared, the only one that could hide a weapon as long as an iron skewer is? The meat on the bone.
What now? I'm using my right to remain silent.
There's no way that exists here. We need to confirm this now! So if we eat that tasty-looking piece of meat and find the iron skewer inside, bullseye!
Oh, this is your part of the trial where you are gonna love it, aren't you?
Alright. Monokuma or Monami, one of you hurry and bring over that piece of meat.
1 minute. Just give me 1 minute. I'll eat the whole thing!
Of course you will.
Wait, hold on a second. Time out.
What are you doing? Hurry up and bring it over!
About that.
He's already gone.
Huh? Where did Monokuma go? I'm right here!
You got it? Oh, look at him.
I'm already eating it!
Wow. Look at him go. Look at a little chubby Robo Bear.
A bear that eats meat! Wait, now that I think about it, that's pretty normal.
Oh, this game.
What is this? So yummy!
Damn it! That's my meat!
I've never eaten anything like it in my entire life! The taste brings me back to my days in the wild.
Oh boy.
This is bad. Seriously, this is really bad.
Really bad, he says.
My! There's something inside the meat!
Of course.
Look what came out!
Isn't that... Is that an iron skewer?
Check it out. The handle looks like it's made of bone. Pretty clever.
The sword of destruction, encased in bone and sheathed in meat. It brought catastrophe unto Byakuya.
Byakuya. That's one way of pronouncing his name.
As expected of Teru Teru. Such a fantastic weapon from the ultimate chef.
You're wrong! I'm not the killer! I'm not the kind of person who would kill someone! I got it! You all set me up! You guys set me up so you could blame this on me!
Nope. Okay, so I think it is Teru Teru then who's the killer. All the evidence is pointing there now. I mean, it does feel a bit improbable, some of the things, like shouting up through the floorboards and there being no kind of difference in the quality of the sound of his voice in terms of either being beneath the floorboards or in the dining hall itself, if that makes sense. That sounds a bit garbled. You know what I mean, I've said it before. As well as the thing about carrying the portable gas stove. So did he also have the tablecloth that we found in the storage room? Was that also him?
Jeez, what a disappointment. Such an unseemly defense for an ultimate like you. Can you really call that hope?
Hey, Nagito. I'm sorry, but can you just be quiet?
I wish someone had said that to him sooner, but okay. dot.
He said, "You're all nothing but a bunch of poor, loudmouth, fast food eating hicks."
You don't need to translate anymore. Somehow I can tell what he's trying to say.
Alright, let's just deal with Nagito later. More importantly, we should first...
I guess we need to settle this. Once and for all. To do that, we need to go over the entire incident from beginning to end and make everything clear.
Yes. Is this the old manga strip mechanic? I'll go over the entire incident, and then I can prove Teru Teru's crime. That's right. If we don't do that, we can't end this no matter how much time passes.
So, we need to do it.
So it's finally come to this. My throb is chesting. You mean my chest is throbbing, but okay. Every case has one last feature to bring the class trial to an end, the closing argument. This phase, you'll give a complete summary of the case. You have to reproduce the order of events in the case in the form of a comic book, yeah. So, in the form of the manga, yeah. We know this mechanic, don't we? This reproduction is merely Hajime's imagination, so there will be gaps here and there. Gaps are areas where a number of pieces are missing. It's up to you to complete the comic using the truth panels provided. Around 3 to 5 truth panels make up one set. Inside that one set there will be correct panels placed among incorrect panels. If you use up all the correct panels contained in one set, it will switch to a new set. Okay, so... Right, let me just get this clear in my head. So, it'll give me the strip, it'll give me some options, but some of them will be incorrect. But if I just get the correct ones into place, it'll then switch to a new set, and then I can repeat. Like that? Is that what it means? After that, if you fill in all the holes, you will clear the challenge. I'm pretty sure some of you already noticed, but it will be difficult to complete with so many gaps. Once you fill some in, it will become much simpler. For those of you who played the previous game, you might hesitate at first, but it's basically the same concept. Now then, when playing and solving the closing argument, there is a certain trick. If you move the reticle onto the gaps on each page, it will display hints at the top of the screen. This type of hint will ask what kind of scene is drawn in that gap. Also, if you move the reticle onto a truth panel, it will display a hint as well. This hint explains the scene contained in that panel. Okay, right. Put together these two hints and think carefully. Of course, don't forget there'll be a time limit. Okay, here we go. Closing argument. Let's do this. Finish the thought. Stop one. So we've got an empty one there. Everyone at the party is something. At the storage room before the blackout. Same scene as the office room and dining hall. Okay, there's already 4 missing... Oh wow, yeah. There's a lot of missing panels here, but only 5 down here. So... That... Yeah. Okay, right, so... I just need to get the correct ones from this list of 5 down here. And then it'll switch to some new ones, I'm guessing. Right, so... The hint at the top, everyone at the party is... Nekomaru's holding it in. Hiyoko is drinking juice. I mean, she's... This one here is identical to that there, so it can't be that one. Switched on... What is that? Not sure what that is. Is that the gas stove? The portable stove, maybe. Okay. Nagito trying to duck under the table, that probably comes later. Chiaki's guarding. I think she might go there. Aha, right, plus 10 seconds, right, that's right. Okay, at the storage room before the blackout. Well, it's obviously not that one. Kura's holding it in. Nagito trying to duck under the table, I don't think it's that. At the office when the blackout occurred. The moment it got dark, Byakuya did something. Who did Byakuya see? Okay, I'm guessing that goes there. Yes. Ah, and this one probably goes there, because he's switching on the stove. Aha! Stock 2. Okay, right, I get it, yeah. So, I just need to get the right ones. The weapon was hidden in... Big meat on the bone. There. Yes, okay. That's right. What did the killer do after exiting into the dark hall? Well, they did the fire doors, but... Let's see that. What did the killer obtain at the storage room? It was marked to move under the floorboards. A knife glowing in the dark. Nines turned on. What's this? What was found under the table? No, I don't think that's right. What's this? I heard it. Go back towards the start here. A storage room before the blackout, maybe these? Yes, the irons, of course. Same scene as the office room and dining hall. I don't know. At the office when the blackout occurred. Akane keeps eating? No, even during the blackout. When it got dark, Byakuya... oh god, careful. What was found under the table? Ah! A knife glowing in the dark. Yes. Okay, get rid of those. Stock 3. We've got quite a lot of time left though. We've got about 8 minutes 20. Back to start again. Right. Same scene as the office room and dining hall. Set at 11:30 PM. Maybe does that go there? Yes. Okay, right. Okay, I'm doing well so far here. At the office room when the blackout occurred. Multi-musician has amazing hearing, case containing potential weapons, borrowing the tablecloth. The case with weapons? No. Okay. Information doesn't fit there, should think about this again. The moment it got dark, Byakuya... what did the killer obtain at the storage room? Tablecloth, maybe? Yes, okay. That's where it was. Well, where it was found, so I'm guessing that's where it came from. Wait, I think I know one here. I think that goes there. Okay. Last stock, okay. Last one's here. Right. This one. At the office room when the blackout occurred. Air conditioner turned on, maybe? Yes. Okay, just think about it carefully. Don't panic. Page 4. The moment it got dark, Byakuya put the night vision goggles on. Yes. Okay, we're doing it. We're doing it, everybody. Ah, killer closed the fire door. Yeah.
Here's everything that happened in this case.
Got it.
Let's try going over the whole incident, beginning with right after the party started. Byakuya had us gather in the dining hall of the old building near the hotel. He was extra cautious about a murder occurring that night because of a threatening letter he received. Therefore, he decided to throw a party so he could monitor us.
I should have Pecco up there. Jesus.
Though one person didn't come, the rest of us assembled at the dining hall, and the party was underway. But at that time, the trap set by a certain someone was already in motion. They plugged 3 irons into the outlets in the storage room, which nearly capped the power usage. Additionally, they prepared something else that would activate at 11:30 PM. The air conditioners in the office and dining hall. They had already set the timers for these. Thanks to the irons maxing out the power usage, the breaker was tripped when the air conditioners kicked on. Since the windows in the old building were covered, the blackout plunged the dining hall into total darkness. But when that happened, Byakuya took out a specific item that he brought in his case. That item was the night vision goggles.
Look at him in those things. Oh dear.
Byakuya was so concerned about a murder occurring that he brought a variety of security equipment with him. When he put on his night vision goggles, Byakuya witnessed a certain someone making a suspicious move. He saw Nagito guiding himself with the desk lamp's power cord so he could get under the table. That's right, everything up to that point was all part of Nagito's plan. The murder warning to Byakuya, the source of the blackout, it was all Nagito. While the blackout was happening, someone else, the real killer, began making their move in the kitchen. The killer probably already knew about Nagito's plan, so they knew a blackout was coming. That's why the killer prepared all the items they would need to commit their crime in the dark beforehand. They needed a light source, which was provided by the portable stove in the kitchen.
See, look, here, look at that top right panel there. That's the portable stove. That's quite big. You know, it's a fairly clunky looking thing. So they actually carried that, the skewer, and the tablecloth with them. Obviously, tablecloth once they got to the storage room. Damn.
They needed a weapon, too. This had also been hidden in the kitchen beforehand. The long iron skewer used in the churrasco dish. The killer hid that inside that meat with the bone in it. With the weapon and portable stove in hand, the killer stepped out into the hallway. First, they closed the fire door in the hallway so their light source wouldn't peek toward the dining hall. Then, guided by the light, the killer headed toward the storage room and grabbed a specific item.
I mean, they had to move quickly, clearly, during this blackout. I'm still going to say that, yeah.
That's right, a tablecloth to block the blood splatter. With this, the killer finished their preparations and snuck under the floorboards through the secret passage. They probably turned off the portable cooking stove at that point, or left it near the entrance of the door. The floor in the dining hall is full of gaps, so there's no way they could have safely held a light source. But thanks to the glowing mark they painted earlier, the killer was able to get beneath the table. Under the table, Byakuya found the knife that had been hidden there. If only he had retreated, he probably wouldn't have gotten killed, but he had to retrieve that knife. And at that moment...
Oh boy. Ugh.
The killer lurking beneath the floorboard stabbed straight up with the iron skewer. The killer had been waiting in the dark for the moment when the glowing paint began to move. After they murdered Byakuya, the killer purposefully shouted from beneath the floorboards to make it seem like they were still in the dining hall. Afterward, they came out from underneath the floorboards and rushed back to the kitchen. And then, after hiding the murder weapon in the kitchen, they rejoined the group as if nothing had happened. There's only one person who would have been able to commit this crime, especially if that person is someone who'd think of an unexpected way to hide a weapon inside food.
Teru. Oh boy.
Isn't that right, Teru Hanamura?
Image. Jeez. Complete.
That's what happened. How about it? Did I get anything wrong?
This is a mistake. A mistake, I tell you. I would never kill anyone. Would never.
It seems this is the end.
Jeez, Lordy. Oh dear. Well, that's it then. It is him. Okay. Ooh, coins. How many coins will I get? Never mind the fact that someone's about to die here. I'm just interested in how many coins. Rank A. Not bad. 98 coins. And get plenty of prezzies for Sonia. Nice.
It looks like your argument has come to a close. Oops! I lost control of my wild side for a second. Was that a side effect of the meat I just ate?
Man, that trial was going on for... That was quite a long trial, that was. It's got to be at least about 3 hours. The thing is, this episode's not going to be over yet, because we need to get to the good bit, the execution. The bit that probably most people are watching for, let's be honest.
Well, putting that aside, let's move along to the nerve-wracking voting time! Now then, please pull the lever in front of you and cast your vote! Oh, just a reminder, make triple sure you vote for someone. If you don't vote, I'm gonna eat you up just like that meat from earlier!
Why did this happen?
Who will be chosen as the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? Such heart-pounding excitement!
There he is, Teru Teru. He's dead. He's fucking screwed. Oh, that was full of twists and turns, that trial was. Fantastic stuff. Oh boy. Lordy Lou.
Correct!
I just need to go to the toilet 1 second, everybody. God, I've been recording for so long, this episode. It's not over yet. Like I said, we've still got to get to the execution, then find a logical point to end it. So, see you in a second, everybody. And I'm back. Here we are. Okay, so, been to the toilet, just got myself some water as well, in case I need it. Because it looks like it's going to be back to me doing the voices again, which could result in my throat getting knackered once more. Correct!
Yahoo!
That's right, this time the black and responsible for killing Byakuya Togami is Teru Teru Hanamura!
No.
Hey Louis, are you serious? Out of all these people, are you saying a ponce like him is the one who killed Byakuya? But... Why? Why did you kill him?
You've got it wrong.
It was a mistake. I'm telling you, it was just a mistake. I was only trying to save you guys.
Hey!
I was only trying to stop Nagito from murdering one of you. Huh? Oh, you're trying to stop? What do you mean? ... I spent the morning in the old building preparing the dishes for the party, and then I heard a weird laughter near the dining hall, and when I picked over there, I saw him. I saw Nagito in the middle of cleaning duty, putting the knife under the table. I love this French accent. It'll be sad when it disappears. I had a bad feeling about it, so I continued to watch what he was doing. I saw him place the irons he brought in the storage room and mess with the air conditioner timers. Plus he was grinning, just grinning by himself the whole time. So I questioned him.
When that happened, he...
You caught me?
Oh, I've been caught.
What?
Been caught?
Hey!
What are you doing? What are you scheming? I'm planning to kill someone, of course. Jeez. Teru, just to let you know, it's pointless of you to stop me. If you stop me now, it doesn't matter. I will never give up. Whether it's tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, or the days beyond that, I'll definitely start the killing.
Impossible!
Alright, no matter how much you want to leave this island, that's just... ... I see, so that's what you think.
Well...
But that's not it at all. This isn't about my survival. I just want the killing to start. Jesus.
What?
What are you saying? I love everyone here. That's why I want to be of good use to them. I love all the ultimates, and I admire them for being symbols of hope.
Amazing!
That's right. In the name of hope, I love everyone's talents from the bottom of my heart. That's why. I don't want them to lose against something like killing. I want them to prove to me that hope will never lose, no matter how daunting the despair they face may seem. I want everyone to prove to me that hope will never lose to despair. Here he goes with the hope versus despair thing again. You're a bit weird, aren't you? Are you a friend of a certain Junko Enoshima by any chance?
No.
Because she was big on that sort of thing. What are you saying? I don't understand at all.
See?
Isn't it typical that if you face a strong enemy, you'll become even stronger yourself? Which means the stronger the despair you face, the stronger everyone's hope will become, right? I want to see that brightness. In order to see it, I'm going to become everybody's stepping stone. I want to make your hope shine. It's as simple as that. That was the crazy again. That's right, I yearn for a powerful hope that can overcome any kind of despair.
You're kidding, right?
Are you kidding? Don't tell me you're actually serious.
Man.
So you don't understand. That's fine, I don't really mind. I'm just an obsessed fanboy, so it's alright that this love of mine is unrequited. I suppose I can be called the ultimate fanatic.
Wait, no way!
There's something wrong with you. Really? Do you really think so? Do you really think there's something wrong with me?
Hey.
But isn't that what love is? He's crazy. Arr, Nagito, what is the meaning of this? Explain it to me. I don't understand anything about this story at all. Don't try to understand crazy.
See?
You see? If you have a favourite boxer, don't you want him to fight against a strong opponent and win?
Don't fuck with me!
Hey Louis, you better not compare us to that.
What?
Am I wrong? It's a given that trials are necessary to become strong, and the harsher the trial, the stronger you become, no? For mere humans, killings are simply a tragedy, but for worthy humans, a trial such as this can elevate their status to an even higher level.
Amazing!
It's amazing to me that someone as untalented as myself can become that trial. There's no point in someone like me surviving. It's far more significant for me to die as everyone's trial.
Great!
There is no greater honour than becoming the foundation, so that your values may ascend to brave new heights.
What's going on?
G'day mates, stop it. You're seriously starting to piss me off.
What's going on?
Actually, I think you're fine. I don't understand at all. Are you saying you basically wanted to commit murder for fun? It's not the same as someone killing for fun, but I guess it'll look the same in your eyes. I've no intention of surviving and leaving you all to die. Or is that why you didn't mind when Terra discovered your plan?
That's wrong.
Oh, perhaps that was intentional too.
So...
Nagito wanted to involve us in the killing, plus it'd be better for him if the mystery was more complex. Is that why you blatantly revealed your plan to Teru? You expected to pique Teru's curiosity, and you look forward to the mystery becoming more complex? Well, you're basically right. It's true I was looking forward to that. That's why I took the time to tell him about the secret passage I found while I was cleaning.
What?
Okay, that was your doing as well.
You're right.
Oh, you just casually mentioned it. Oh, it's dangerous if you fall, so don't get too close to it.
Hey!
G'day mate, so this dude, he's seriously batshit crazy, he's insane. He's a complete wallaby. That's right, I tried to stop him, you know.
However...
But why, dear fellow, why did you kill Byakuya instead? I don't know. Because Nagito was the one who was supposed to take the knife. That's why I aimed and thrusted the iron skewer there. But why is Byakuya the one who died? It was supposed to be Nagito, not him. Or Byakuya probably tried to stop Nagito from grabbing the knife. And then, in the place of Nagito...
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think this is it at all. Because if you wanted to stop Nagito, why didn't you just tell the rest of the group, mate? That would have easily... Why didn't you just tell Byakuya? Because he would have sorted it. Nope. Teru, you're lying. It's like Leon Kuwata all over again. You remember that, everybody? First trial, Trigger Happy Havoc, we found him guilty, and he was like, oh no, it's self-defense, you don't understand. It's like, no it wasn't. Because if it was self-defense, you could have just run off and alerted the rest of us. And we would have sorted it. But no, you chose to go ahead with a plan of your own. Huh?
Perhaps.
Byakuya was probably trying to protect Nagito.
What?
What did you say?
See?
Because Byakuya said so, didn't he? Don't worry, as long as I'm the leader, I won't let anyone become a victim.
I will guide you all.
That much I promise. Oh, blimey, could it be? In order to keep that promise? As long as he was wearing the night vision goggles, I'm sure he saw someone moving under the floorboards. That someone was aiming for Nagito.
Why?
Actually, so Byakuya gave his life to protect Nagito, even though he was trying to take the knife? I see. Byakuya is amazing. To keep his promise to protect everyone, he actually threw his own life away. And yet...
Such despair.
I never expected an ending like this. Such despair. Or what? But we shouldn't let him die in vain. I'm sure everyone will become even stronger by overcoming this here despair.
No way.
Could it be you know Byakuya will protect you, so you'll set him up to fail?
Someone like me?
Of course not. I'm not that good at calculating. I just took some precautionary measures. The results of that were going to be my fun for later. Just kidding.
How unexpected.
But I never expected it would turn out like this. I never thought I'd be the one to survive. But since it was my life that had been saved, I didn't want to just waste it. That's why I decided to help Teru Teru. Why? Why? Well, because Teru Teru decided to commit his crime because he also has strong hope, right? Which means his actions were motivated by hope. If he was willing to go that far, I thought he might truly be the person whose existence I was waiting for. I thought he might be the hope that could defeat any type of despair. In order for me to confirm it, I decided to help Teru Teru. What do you mean, confirm? Just stop it already.
Well...
Plus, I couldn't really help myself when I also empathised with Teru Teru. After all, he wanted to kill me, but he ended up killing Byakuya instead, you know. If I left him in that confused state, this trial might have been ruined, right?
Isn't that right?
But in order for our hope to grow, this trial was absolutely necessary. That's why I decided to help him. I told him, I don't care if I die, so you should just focus on escaping this here island.
Right?
Those were my exact words to him before the investigation. Ain't that right, Teru Teru?
Man.
In the end, my help just wasn't enough, and this turned out to be a bad ending for Teru Teru. But you should be proud of yourself. You'll not die in vain.
Great!
You will become a splendid sacrifice for everyone else, so their hopes can grow even more powerful.
Impossible!
A sacrifice!
Shut up! Shut up!
Can I, mate? Seriously, stop it already. I'm gonna go crazy just listening to you.
Hey!
Hey, Louie, is it really okay for us just to leave this crazy bastard alone like this?
Huh?
Isn't it better if we just fucking kill him off?
Yeah!
Kill, he said! High school students are so violent these days! But the person who's gonna get killed now isn't Nagito, it's Teru Teru!
What's the matter?
You didn't forget, right? Because I told you already at the beginning, right? If the blackened killer loses, a fun punishment awaits them.
Wait!
All done.
No.
That was, I should have put it, an accident. Act of self-defense. Not intentional. Anyway, I feel it's possible it's not my fault.
Hey!
It doesn't matter if it's an accident, self-defense or intentional, a murder is still a murder. If you kill someone, that's murder.
Hey!
But isn't there anything like sympathy, judgments, extenuating circumstances, or maybe even a probation?
Impossible!
I don't accept any of those claims! That's not...
Hey!
Save me, you guys. I was only trying to stop Nagito, so...
Why you?
Be honest, after learning about Nagito's plan, you saw an opportunity, right? You probably thought nobody would find out if you killed him after messing up his plan, right? That's what you thought, right?
Wrong!
There's no way a person who has no malice would kill someone like that. Yes, what was your motive? We're going back to Monokuma and his promise to give us our memories back. In truth, you were just desperate to kill Nagito and willing to sacrifice everybody else to survive, right? Just be honest already, at least in the end.
No. That is...
Teru, dear fellow.
Why?
Actually, if only you didn't try to kill Nagito, Byakuya would still be alive.
Answer me.
Why did you actually try to commit murder? Answer me. Yes. I just wanted to go home.
I needed to go back home no matter what!
Oh dear. Because she's waiting for me. Mama is waiting for me at home. She's waiting all by herself for the day I graduate Upspeak Academy and come home. I'm sorry, I should probably be taking this more seriously.
Okay, I'm going now.
When I come back, I think we should talk again about opening an Aoyama and Azabu location.
Oh my, you're still talking about that?
She even looks like him. Oh boy.
Oh, I'm serious. The Academy guarantees success for its graduates, right? So, I know it's gonna be difficult by yourself, but wait for me until then, okay?
Yes, you're right. Then I'll just have to do my best to keep the Hanamura Diner from going out of business until then.
That voice acting.
Mom, you don't have to work so hard. What if you collapse again while I'm gone?
I'll be fine. Moms are strong.
Mother being left alone to cope with family business. By the sound of it, she has health problems.
I won't lose to some illness.
Okay, well there we go. Confirmation.
I know that already. I know that already.
Oh dear. I promised I become a full-fledged cook and save the Hanamura Diner. Mama is waiting for me to keep that promise. You're not going to be able to keep it now, mate. Even though she's sick and alone, she's still waiting for me.
That's why I need to go home!
Teru. But if we were told our memories were stolen, is that several years have passed since our first day?
Hey!
Then what happened to the Hanamura Diner? What happened to my mom who's still waiting for me? So you did believe what Monokuma said?
Damn it!
G'day mates, you were saying all along it's okay, I'll never believe something like this. So why?
Wrong!
I still don't believe it. There's no way I can believe it. It has to be a lie.
That's why I wanted to go home!
I wanted to go home and confirm it. I wanted to make sure it was all just a lie. I want to make sure that I still have a place to call home. Teru, you... I don't believe it. I don't believe it. ... it's not that Teru didn't believe it. He believed it more than anybody else here. That's why he kept denying it, because he believed he needed to deny it. Damn it! If I only knew how he felt, something like this never would have happened, I wanted to confirm by any means necessary. I had to do something. That's when I heard Nagito's plan. I found out he was going to kill someone if I left him alone. That's why.
Fine.
So, you wanted the first kill? ...
I'm sorry.
You guys. It doesn't mean I wanted to sacrifice any of you, but it was the only thing I could do. I ended up killing Byakuya instead of Nagito. I see.
I think I'm the one who went crazy.
Yep, you did. Teru. I see. Interesting, but... As far as motives to kill are concerned, wanting to see your mom is boring. What?
So... Yoo-hoo!
It seems there's no point in basking in the afterglow, so let's hurry up and begin the punishment.
You can't!
No, you can't.
Jeez, get out of my way!
Oh dear.
Well now.
There, now that the annoying little sister has been dealt with, let's get back to business.
Wait!
Hold on a sec. I'm not asking for forgiveness anymore, but at least...
Now then, I prepared a very special punishment!
For Teru Hanamura, the ultimate cook.
Hey!
Call me chef. No, wait, that's not what I...
Please!
Please tell me at least what happened to the Hanamura Diner, to Mama.
Let's give it everything we've got! It's punishment time!
Lies! I won't believe this!
I won't believe it.
Mama!
I think we're about to go to the execution, everybody. Just before we do that, I'm going to quickly go to the options. I'm just going to turn up the background music again, because obviously, so that way you can all hear the actual execution, and I'll probably be silent through it. So, see you on the flip side, everybody. There you have it. Talk about overkill. Okay, I need to turn the music down again. Because, oh my god, that's loud. Okay, let's just do this. Get it back down to where it was. There we go. So you can actually hear me. Ooh, boy. That was pretty freaking overkill, that was. Jesus. Just fucking drop him into a volcano. Good lord.
Yeah!
The adrenaline is rushing through me. Oh, blimey, Teru.
Damn it!
G'day, mate. Are you fucking serious?
How cruel.
Why? Why did you do something so dastardly cruel?
What?
Didn't you learn when you were in elementary school, if you badmouth someone, the teacher writes it in a note and makes whoever you badmouthed read it to you in front of the class?
No.
When that happens, only then do you think about how it feels to be badmouthed. Do teachers do that? None of my teachers ever did that when I was a kid. Is that a Japanese thing? What the hell? The same applies to murder.
What are you saying?
Actually, you're the one who drove him to do it. So cruel. This is just too cruel.
Nice!
Well, it can't be helped. Rules are rules. This is the killing rule, after all. What rule? You're the one who's breaking the rules. I can't just let that slide. What do you mean? When you mentioned the motive, did you also promise something? However, there's a catch. Don't tell me the catch is... Figured it out yet? That's right, you guys have to kill each other. That's my bargaining point. You guys want to know, right? You want your school memories returned to you, right? Then you better start killing. A penny for your thoughts and a murder for your memories. Indeed. Why? Why didn't you tell Teru about his mom or his diner? He had a right to know,
You...
Hey, Louie, yeah, us too. We all have a right to know.
Bastard!
Hey, hurry up and tell us. What do you mean earlier when you mentioned our school memories? Oh yeah, I did promise to return your memories after the killing began. You're gonna do it, but telling them is kind of... But I never told you guys that I'd tell you right away.
What?
Not fair.
Oh god, the new voice I've given you. God, I haven't done it for a while. Oh, that's not fair! There we go. That's it. Yep, she's Toko 2.0. 2.0? Yeah. I mean, not quite Toko, but it's getting there.
Of course!
I'll keep my promise to return your memories someday. But it's still not clear when that someday will actually be. And he's off. I must excuse myself as well. There's something that I need to do.
Huh?
G'day, mates. What the heck?
So cruel!
That's not fair. They both ran away.
Then...
Actually, Monokuma had us wrapped around his finger after all.
Stupid!
Teru, you stupid.
Such despair.
An ending like this is just full of despair. A seriously tragic despair. But still, at times like this, as the symbols of hope, you guys just need to keep doing your best.
You.
You so... Jesus. Why are you smiling? I'm always amazed at the things my voice can do when I really put the effort in.
Crap!
How can you smile in a situation like this, you creep?
Nope.
Hold on, I'm sad too, you know. Didn't I tell you? From the bottom of my heart, I truly love you all. You ultimate to inspire hope and your splendid talents. There's no way I can be happy when we've lost such a talented individual.
Don't fuck with me!
Hey, Louie, don't go saying creepy shit. I'll fucking kill you. Please kill me anytime.
What?
Yes, crazy boy. If you hate me, I don't mind you killing me. I've already prepared myself to become your stepping stone.
Someone like me?
If absolute hope can be born from that, then my life is nothing special. You, how messed up are you?
Hey.
If you feel, however, if you're going to kill me, make sure you discuss it with me beforehand, okay? You see, if you do that, then I can cooperate with the killer. Are you seriously intending to help the killer? It's really not that big of a deal. If you're students of Hope's Peak Academy, if you're the symbols of Hope who possess the chosen talents...
Great!
Then it shouldn't matter to you guys at all if I cooperate with the killer, right?
You fiend.
Okay, declaring so confidently that you'll side with the killer.
Hey!
Maybe this was his plan all along. Since he's willing to work with the killer, he wants us to think he's better to know us not to kill him.
Well...
I don't mind what you think of me. In actuality, thanks to Byakuya, I'm starting to feel a small desire to live.
This is exciting!
Mostly, I just want to watch everyone destroy all the despair that comes for you, one after the other. Just kidding.
You pissed me off.
Hey, can I punch you? I just won't be satisfied till I punch you. Alright, fine. Let's stop this already. It's just going to be a waste of time if we keep dealing with him.
What?
Even Hajime hates me now.
How unfortunate.
That stings. I felt you and I were quite similar. Alright, what does that?
Isn't that right?
You hold a special feeling towards Hope's Peak Academy, just like me. Alright, don't put me in the same category as you freak.
Hey.
But how can you say you're not? Monokuma said it himself. We don't know anything about each other's true nature. No, if it's true that our school memories were stolen, it's the same as not knowing our true selves too. Especially for you, right? Someone who can't even remember what his talent is. ... Arakane, please feel free to punch this swab. Will do!
Wait!
Hold on.
Please stop!
Nothing will come from fighting like this, dear fellows. There is something else that we must do. Post haste. G'day mates, there's something else.
Please listen!
We must not argue with each other in a place like this. There is something more important that we must do.
Let me ask.
Okay, which is? Do our best. Oh, damn it, Sonia, I thought you were going to say something profound, but okay. I mean, we can roll with that, I guess.
You fiend.
Well?
We must first leave here and get some rest. And then we shall all work together and do our very best, do our utmost, so we never have to come back here again.
Perhaps.
That is what I believe we must do right now, without any delay.
I am sorry!
If only I was a bit of a motivational speaker. G'day mates, now that really touched my heart, you wallaby. You're totally right. What we need to do right now is do our best. If we do our best, it's definitely going to pay off, right?
Yes.
That is correct, dear fellow.
Like...
Hey, Louie, but what do we have to work hard at? I do not know, but we must try our best.
Jeez.
I don't get you at all. You some kind of moron?
Well?
It's fine if you don't know. What matters is that you hold on to the feeling that you have to do your best.
Right?
So let's do our best. Let's make sure a killing like this never happens again. Oh, I don't know. It's probably going to happen again. Let's be honest. Actually, I think you find it scary, but doing our best is our only option. There's no way I'm doing what Nagito said.
I'm gonna do it!
Alright, I don't know what you're all talking about, but let's do our best for now.
Fine.
Okay, very well. Even if we're able... Let's try that again, shall we? Very well. Even if we're not able to change the future, I guess I should at least change my tomorrow. Damn fiend, I won't give up until the very end. I won't die in vain. I'll give my entire existence, my entire power, my entire body and soul, and fight to the very end. Alright, you're right. Let's definitely work together and leave this island, do our best. We kept using that phrase over and over again, even though we knew they were just cheap, meaningless, empty words. Regardless, we still said it, and we continued to say it over and over again without stopping. Ooh boy. Thus the curtain had fallen upon the class trial where Byakuya and Teru were sacrificed. I need a drink of water. There we are. Keep my throat moist. Good lord, we've been going on for a while with this episode, haven't we? Afterwards, we left the trial ground and returned to the mainland of Jabberwock Island. For the time being, we decided to go back to our cottages. Back to me ship. ... After experiencing something like that, there's no way I could fall asleep. I gave up, got out of bed, and began walking around the hotel grounds for no real reason. After not doing much of anything, I dully looked up at the sky. And there, just like before, there it was. The night sky brimming with stars. Stars that look like they're about to fall into my hands like fluttering snow, or silver pieces of 8. Ugh, yeah, I need another sip of water. Jesus, hold on. Oh, Hajime, your pirate voice is entertaining, but it does kill my throat after a while. As I looked up at such a beautiful night sky, I can go anywhere. That thought crossed my mind for some reason. The sky is connected to anywhere, even to my daily life. That's why I might be able to go home. That's right. I'm definitely going to go home. Huh? That's when it happened. As I stared up at the night sky, I felt a strange convergence of sensation. And then, while I continued to stare at the night sky, I felt my entire body stiffen with that sensation. Isn't this... ...
Is someone watching me?
Probably. Ugh. I just sent a shiver down my spine, that did. Yeah, I mean, probably. There's a good chance of it. I mean, that was the thing about the last game, Trigger Happy Havoc. You know, apart from being watched obviously by the Mastermind, their entire plight was being broadcast around the world, wasn't it? Oh, jeez. Oh. What? What? 19 days left. Has that gone down? It feels like it might have gone down. I'd have to check the footage of previous episodes, but okay. Chapter 1. Destination Despair. End. Ooh boy. Surviving students. 14. We've lost our first 2. Man. Byakuya Togami. Killed. First death. Okay. Oh, I got a present apparently. You obtained a present. 3-star badge. Of course. And another one apparently. Wooden stick. Okay. Yes, I'd definitely like to save my progress, but in slot 4.
For a long time, humans have been taught that if you try hard enough, you can accomplish anything.
Okay, well, it sounds like Nagito's going to give us a thing here, going to give us a monologue or something here, but that's going to have to wait for the next episode, everybody. Wow, Jesus. Episode 10, massive. That's got to be over 3 hours, surely that. That's got to be, right, that's got to be a similar length to the final trial of Trigger Happy Havoc. And if that's the first trial, how long are the ones from here on out going to be? Wow. Well, we got through it though. Teru Hanamura, executed for the murder of Byakuya Togami. What an episode that was, full of twists and turns, that trial, that's what I want to say. But yeah, I need to wrap this episode up here before my throat conks out on me from all that voice acting. Thing is, I'm supposed to be freaking joining Phil by Skype on the hospital radio tonight, so you know, I need to conserve a bit of my voice for that. So yes. Okay, so let's wrap up here, everybody. So I hope you'll join me for part 11, where we'll be getting back to, you know, the swing of things. It's good to be back here in Danganronpa 2, getting back to where I was. We'll listen to what Nagito has to say next time. If you're not doing so already, you can find me on Facebook and Twitter. Links in the video description as always. Also in the video description you'll find a link to my second channel, General Red Propagandist, where I do a lot of anime-related content. So, you know, things like reviews, let's watches, that kind of thing. I don't update it that often, but, you know, I try to get something out on there every so often. But other than that, thank you once again, everybody, and in the meantime, this is General Red signing off. Goodbye, everybody. Survey the landscape as well whilst we're up here. Squire. He's got to be coming back, surely. Okay, here he is. And... shot 1. Right. Ship. Oh, you can't get me, you see. Oh, get him. What are you up to, boy? Mate, no. Okay, shit me, jeez. There's hunters coming as well. This is dangerous. Back! Oh no! Oh, are you kidding me? I shouldn't have gone for the freaking squire. Well, that's the parkour challenge over, everybody.